dude, to success. We got it up, we got it going. Now, previously, I know the only way you're all going to be hearing this beginning part, this intro to things, is if you guys watch this after the stream, and I keep it up, and, yeah. I have been having a little bit of internet issues. We haven't been living in this apartment long. We have the Xfinity internet. Oh, excuse me. And when I set things up here, I did it myself without having a tech come out, as we already had what we needed. So I don't know, maybe there's a cord issue. When I was living at my mom and dad's, and we got the internet there. We found out that there was a squirrel had bit onto part of the what do you call it? The squirrel had bit into part of the cord or whatever, and that is got water damage, and that caused whatchamacallit. It caused some of the cable, it was just causing a bunch of lag, and the stream would cut in and out from time to time. So I've been having this issue as well. I'm trying to, let's see, I got the first like, that's good. I'm copying the link here. Okay, so I did post this to, I made a video, posted a TikTok before I started this, and like I said, I'm just trying to get this shared out there. There are a lot of people just don't believe you on things anymore, man. They just don't. It's hard to get people to believe you anymore, just about anything, man. And you have to be able to prove to them. You know what I mean? You just have to prove, what you're trying to do. There's a lot that actually kind of goes into this kind of stuff, and no one really believes it. When it comes to main independent contractor things, mainly all the delivery apps. Your Driver Mike on YouTube is one of my number one people I watch. I don't have links all pulled up. I don't got a lot of that kind of stuff. Time is money when it comes to these apps, right? So yeah, I could sit here, I'm using kind of a jank camera. I don't have the greatest of setup, When I'm making videos like this, I'm not trying to be as professional, with what I'm doing, this and that, because right now I'm not physically working around customers. You know what I mean? So if I want to hit my vape or chew like I do, I'm gonna do that, because in all reality, when it comes down to it, I might technically be making content, but all I'm trying to do is share info, help others. I'm not trying to benefit me from this. It's just, this is my knowledge. This is me spreading info I have. So, to start things off right here, okay? I think it's 34 pictures that I, screenshots, okay? Now, these screenshots are mainly going to be, the first four are, the first five, actually take that back. Okay, first six are basic, how to help you out when it comes to doing things. How to organize apps, different apps. There's more that goes into it, okay? I promise you. again, I want to say this real quick. In the process of doing this live stream, which I don't know if this is gonna reach a lot of people. I don't know if it's gonna get people out here. I don't know. Okay, but the thing is on this is a brand new YouTube channel. Okay, I created another one off of my other YouTube channels. Okay, now if you're wanting to be a social media god, okay, now I'm not trying to be. Used to, somewhat. Okay. I'm gonna go back to this screen real quick. So I used to actually try, I used to try to do a lot of things, right? But people that knew me, from my Twitch channel to some of my other YouTube channels, Facebook, a lot of people knew me as like this gamer. All I did was play games, Some things happened in life that changed that, which is why I am who I am today. Now, best advice I'm going to tell you ahead of time, it's okay to be that good guy, trying to be all nice, helping others, but you don't have to do it for everybody, okay? And that goes to normal life. But when it comes to these apps, especially like DoorDash, they have a decline button for a reason, okay? And you can decline almost every order that you get, only accept the ones that are actually going to benefit you. I'm just saying that now. Before I actually fully get into it, I wanted to share this part. So, gamers out there, that are wanting, you don't have to actually hardcore play every day, right? But you still won't be able to get things, okay? So, I got the TV going on behind me. I don't know how well this is going to look. This is just like a tip thing for people, okay? Because this is how I do things. Because this is the, without doing a glitch, I'm showing you how I can earn my XP in Fortnite, okay? I'm still able to get my gold and save the world like I do. And I don't have to actually play, okay? So, before I start this, I know you can't, so you kind of can. Maybe. I don't know how. It might be blurry. So at the bottom it shows 1,749 gold. Okay. Now I'm going to switch to VR real quick just so you can see my levels on this. Because more than likely, this stream's probably going to go for a while. So with that being said, I'm able to. Yeah, it's all looking messed up. But don't worry about it. It usually doesn't look like this. Okay. So my level is 92. Okay. Again, looking at Battle Pass here, level 92. I'm getting ready to unlock the Ageless right here, okay? So I have to unlock on this page, okay? Now, I'm going to show you all how I'm able to get all this done passively without trying to, I take one day and I grind out all the weekly challenges, right? Especially this season. This is how it is, right? Take one day, grind out all the weekly challenges. Or any kind of challenge that's on a time limit. Boom. Then you do this. Right? So gold is like infinite, right? You can keep earning gold. Now when it comes to your XP, you can only earn so much XP. So I'm gonna start. I only have this set up for my Stonewood and Blankerton. So I don't have the hires up ready. And for some reason, my Plankerton one just messes up all the time. It's just how I had set it up before. There's not much I could do about it now. I wish I could just go back and rechange it all, but you just can't do that. But I'm going to show you this, okay? Now, I'm going in as a constructor, okay? The plus side, as a constructor, if you look at my loadout, you don't necessarily have to have this, but when I have base Kyle, it extends the actually I think that's Mega Base. Yeah, Mega Base is the one that causes it to expand out, so that does help. But I do this for a reason, okay? Because in my what we call endurance, that's plus I save the world. You have an endurance, so we're not gonna go into great detail game wise. That's not what this is about. Okay, I'm all about doing teaching you how to do things passively. Okay, not only being successful doing all this stuff, but earning extra passive things in the background. not just income wise. Okay, this could be like anything. Okay, anything passive. I'm gonna teach you on how I do things, how I can be successful still. You can earn quite a bit in like no time, and it's not that hard to do. So like when you guys all watch this, you'll skip ahead because this is just me showing you guys this. So like in here, I got my mat grinder up here if I want to try to go in here, and if I need mats, put my base up there, this is just a floating base that you can create. You can put other things up there, but you fill up this whole area, each of your things with traps, okay? And it's called endurance. There's 30 waves. It takes about roughly 3 hours to get done. So who wants to sit there for 3 hours, right? So this part down here, like before I knew what I was doing in this game, and I'd set up everything, so it's kind of too late now to do anything. But I just put my base right here because a tornado comes through this area. Okay, so when I was talking about how it expands out, that's the best part about it. Okay, because it expands out more, everything's protected. So with that final wave, when your bosses and all that come, you don't have to worry about your area getting destroyed because hey, you're good, right? You're able to get through all 30 waves in that amount of time, and you don't gotta do nothing. All you do, boom, that's it right here. It's done and over. In 3. Hello. There we go. Forgot to switch that out. Anyway, boom, TV off. Don't even need it on now. The best part about it, man, passive. I'm earning XP in Fortnite in the BR part passively, while also earning gold and other things in Save the World. I don't have to sit here and grind this out for hours. Now you can only do this 2 times a day because you can only earn so much XP in Save the World, But hey, it's got perks to it, man. So let's get to this. A little over 12 minutes, and we're getting into it. So, next we're going to get into the pictures, okay? Now, this is what I use as, so on my phone, I have everything organized in different files. I suggest it, makes it 10 times easier, you know where to go each time, okay? I do plan on removing everything around in there just because of the things that I do the most, where I'm successful with it, but yeah. Now I'm going to probably go back and forth to different things about the whole time. It's hard to remember everything. I don't write anything down. Don't really fully plan ahead. But I have done this 2 other times, so try to remember things, okay? Just going over the apps in general. DoorDash, you 90% of the time with DoorDash, okay, this is all going to be food pickup, or you have some grocery shopping you can do. They have also, I need to fix this camera because maybe I can just do this part. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. No, that's not gonna fix it. I need to do this. Boom. There we go. Nope. Yeah. That looks about right. We're good. I'm not too worried about it. I just didn't like how my top of my head was going up into that. Couldn't handle it. Okay. Back to these now. So with DoorDash, it's mainly gonna be food pickup delivery. When the customer places the order, it's already being sent to our phone. We're supposed to receive that offer the moment it goes to the store or the restaurant for a employee to be making that food. That food is supposed to be ready the moment we walk in the door to grab it, or if you have to do drive-through. But it's supposed to be ready for us there, okay? Now, not all the time it's gonna happen, but that's part of it. you got your shopping ones. Where I live, all we have shopping wise is Dollar General, which we have 2 of those, and CVS. That's about it. You also got, Meijer's a big one. You actually make very good money doing Meijer shopping ones. Instacart, I've been told you get like delivery only ones, but I've never seen one. It's always shopping. Shipped, basically the same thing. It's gonna be, I'd say 90% shopping. The ones that I've seen for pickup only, which shipped, you will have some that shop only. Some of the, I don't think you'll actually have a delivery only when it comes to groceries. But there will be some times where you have shop only for groceries, and then the customer gets it from there. With shipped, you will also have, like pickup ones. You can get medications, and it's these prescription deliveries, which are not the greatest, because you can only, okay, so you have really good incentives, right? For me, these incentives will be do 3 prescription deliveries and you get $15. It seems nice, right? You go to the pharmacy, pick up medication, you drive a person, okay? But here's the catch. With these deliveries, with the incentive, it cannot be a promo order and it can't be late. 2 big things right there, okay? So for my area, when you do these, it is $7.25. Which, heck, if you can get that done in 20-30 minutes, I mean, yeah, you're making that more than the minimum wage hourly, right? At least where I live, because minimum wage is still $7.25. The downfall about that is customers can't tip unless they give you cash, and they don't know that, right? They also are people that use like Medicare, Medicaid, and whatnot, so like the insurance pays for that. So the only time you're gonna make more money, like I said, is if it's boosted. So like it's been sitting a while and it gets boosted. I've seen some go up to like $12. But then that doesn't count towards your incentives. So you're trying to get your incentives, like, that really sucks, right? The only time it's really worth it if you get the incentive where it says complete any 3 deliveries, or like complete any order. When it's any, now you're working on a double incentive doing the same thing, so you can turn that, $7.25 times 3, that's $21.75 plus another $15. But if you're working on another incentive, that might be complete, any 3, get 30. Now you're getting another 30 on top of it. So that's the only time it's really worth doing the medication ones, unless it's boosted. But they are tough. I've also had a bunch of like Best Buy ones where you pick it up and go and deliver it. Walmart Spark, let's see, I'd say 88% of the time it's gonna be pickup only. You just go to a spot like where everyone goes and parks side of the store, and you check in, and they basically will load your car. Now me, I basically get it out. I help unload everything. I actually put things in bags and whatnot. I'll get into that later. You will have shopping orders, and shopping orders actually do pay more. Out of all the delivery apps that I do, Walmart Spark is the best paying delivery app. Sort of. Because they go off of the amount on the order. There's a lot that goes into it, and we'll get more into that later. But at the same time, Walmart Spark really is a good one, man. I make killer money doing Walmart Spark. But of course, I live in a small town where there's just one store, not as many drivers. I'm also out from 7 a.m. to like 10 o'clock at night almost every day. Amazon Flex, I just know about. I'm on a wait list just mainly because we don't have that where I live. I would have to travel to do it. Grubhub, I'm only on a zone where I don't really want to be at, so I don't do it. Uber, I only signed up to do like Uber Eats. I don't trust having someone else in the backseat of my car. maybe in the front because you have better leeway if something happens. But at the same time, I'd say I don't know about it. I'm already doing a lot. I don't really want to keep adding on to it. Roadie, so I'm a part of it, but I've never been actually accepted for an order. I do drive a 2014 Chevy Cruze, and most of the time, and I didn't even put my car type in there. No, wait, actually I did. It was for Walmart. I didn't put my car type in Walmart, because then even if it says extra large order, even if it's it's a large item that can fit, it won't even go to you. So it was Walmart. I didn't do that, but Roadie you have to, and it's only gonna be like specific thing. Like so, like for where I live, Tractor Supply is like the only place that I would ever get an order for, honestly. But at the same time, I have like when Black Friday was going with the 65-inch TVs, they weren't going through Walmart Supply. They were going through Roadie. So I seen orders going for like $28 on there, so it was paying good. But who knows if those were sitting for a while either. Point pickup, the only where I've seen this was a Walmart in a nearby town. It keeps telling me that there's nothing in my area for it, so I just keep it for now. Field Agents one, I'm probably just going to delete. Dude, I've tried it. I had an oil change at Walmart one time. I was there for like 2 hours. I tried to do the scavenger hunt, look for different things in the store. Dude, I couldn't find any of these. It was all like the one. It's like it gives you a little bit of a description, and like don't get me wrong, if you're like already at this location, that's the reason why I did it. I was already at Walmart. Well, why not, right? Each one you sign up for is $5. Why not? You're not using gas. You're already there. But it's difficult, and like I said, I wasn't getting nothing. I searched and searched and searched, and I would find other stuff, but it wasn't that specific item. But yeah, Field Agent, that's just a different ballgame. Courier driver, I've been seeing this all over, but with what I do, I don't think I'm ever going to do it. I just have it as an option. But I'm a very busy person as it is, so courier driver is kind of out of spotlight for me. Mover, I'm pretty sure is the one where you can basically sign into a bunch of these, all this on one app, so you're not trying to keep, when you're multi-apping, you're not trying to keep going through all the apps. Well, let's see. Okay, so we're going to go back to DoorDash here. Okay, we're going to talk quite a bit about DoorDash, because it's like the main one. Not many people actually know everything you need to know. Okay, for starters, we're going to go to a customer standpoint. It almost costs like $15, minimum, to order DoorDash, okay? You got all these delivery fees, you got all these fees you got to do, on top of that, so if you order, let's say you go to McDonald's, right? You might pay like $8 for a combo, right? Who knows? I don't remember how much it costs. But you order that through McDonald's, you're paying a shit ton. Here's why. Because you aren't paying the combo price. You're paying individual item price. On top of that, there's that percentage that's on that too. Why, you might ask? Because DoorDash takes a profit from McDonald's, right? That's how they're making their money. Now, on top of that, McDonald's has to raise prices so they get their money back. That's why you pay individually. You don't get to pay that combo price, okay? Not a lot of people know that. I just shared that because I do. Now, I had when I was live on Twitch, there was a viewer that came in and he was telling me he orders a lot, and he was talking about when he orders Chipotle, it costs like $30 just to order Chipotle, and that's without tipping. But the crazy part about that is, no matter what, base pay for a delivery driver with DoorDash is $2.25. That is it. Crazy, right? Everyone should know this by now, okay? $2.25. This doesn't matter if it's a half a mile, 10 miles, okay? It's $2.25. Every now and then you might get lucky. You might see like an extra 10, 20 cents, with far distance ones or whatever. Now there is peaks, and so sometimes you can earn like an extra $3 for delivery. And I'll be showing some pictures of something like that, but it doesn't happen often. Okay, it's it's usually going to be $2.25. Shopping orders do actually pay more, but it's not always guaranteed. Now, getting into it as a driver standpoint, again, okay? Again, you're only making $2.25 per delivery. Now, understanding that it does cost quite a bit to order through DoorDash, you gotta remember, man, we are, as drivers, we are using our own personal vehicles and paying for our own gas. We don't get a company vehicle. We don't have like an actual like gas card that we are given to pay for gas. We got to use our own money, the money that we earn for doing it. We pay for gas. Okay. So if you work a normal job, you're trying to make extra money on the side, or try to sign on and get a delivery on your way home from work. Yeah, it works, right? But as someone like me that does this kind of stuff as a full-time job, and this is what I rely on, this is how I pay bills, this is how I get by, no. $2.25 does not work for me. I don't care if it's going from point A and point B is legit, like right here across the street. Not doing it. If I don't even see a dollar tip on that, not doing it. I'm sorry. Because we are not guaranteed a tip at all. We're not guaranteed a cash tip when we get there. We're not guaranteed that they're going to raise the tip afterwards in the app. The downfall about if you're trying to raise the tip in the app after, is you got to call support. Then you might be on the phone for like an hour, and you might be wanting to only add $2-3. Who's gonna do that, right? In the year of 2022, I did over 1,100 deliveries with DoorDash. Okay, and I only got a cash tip 12 times. All of those cash tips were from people that had tipped already in the app that gave me more. If that's telling you anything. That's the reason why I do not do $2.25 orders. Other people like, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and take that, whatever. Well, that's you, that's on me. I'm looking out for me in this standpoint. I'm not looking out for others. And then like I said, that's a plus side about having a decline button. If I decline it and I don't do that order, I don't have a reason to complain about, I did all this for this little money. I'm gonna value myself to know that I matter, and I'm going to move on to the day. The people that I do accept orders for, it doesn't matter how much work I put into it, I am going to do 100% my effort into that. I'm going to make that customer happy. But I'm only going to do it if I'm actually going to be making money on it, okay? My best quote I used from this day forward was a quote from Heath Ledger when he played the Joker in Dark Knight. And that quote is, if you're good at something, you never do it for free. So if you're taking every $2.25 order, you're doing it for free. Give you the best example, okay? And I look at it like this, and everyone should too. It's like paying booth rent, okay? You are paying for this building, right? To do what you do. Now you have to be making money on that to be able to pay for that building and have money for your bills, whatever. So let's say, I put $50 in my gas tank, and I'm using that $50 to be delivering, okay? So at that point, I now need to make that 50 back before I'm actually making money. So, and that's another thing to really try to get into your head here, okay? Is I'm not only a, delivery driver for all this, that's what I'm physically doing, but you are really renting your vehicle and your gas, the money you spend on your gas to do this service, okay? No matter what, if you do it as a full-time job or not, okay? That's what you are doing. So you have to make a profit. If you're let's say you do take every $2.25 order, okay? Let's say you do that. Let's say that's all you get for 6 hours straight. And all of a sudden you've done 100 miles and you've only, doesn't matter if you've had 4 deliveries or whatever, but let's say in that time frame, you did 100 miles and you've used half a tank of gas, almost full tank of gas, and you've only earned $30-40. Now you just did all of that for free. You just did all of this so customers didn't have to get out and do all this. Now, is it the customer's fault? Not per se. Because they think when they're paying a delivery fee, they're paying all these fees. Oh, the driver's going to be getting more than $2.25. No, that's not the case though. Like, this is DoorDash. This is the company's fault. DoorDash needs to raise the pay. They need to really think about it. If they don't want to raise the pay, that's fine. But don't be making these customers pay all these high fees. That's what they need to do. If they didn't make customers pay such high fees on this stuff, dude, I would take every $2.25 orders. I know I'd probably make more money. But at the same time, you can't do nothing about it. Okay, it's just part of it. Right now, that's all we got, right? So, with that being said, I'm not gonna do these $2.25 orders. All right, just not gonna happen. So we're gonna get into a couple pictures here. Okay, this is actually like next. Okay, so like while I'm waiting to do some of these orders, which actually, before we get, we'll talk more into these. Okay, so Instacart, where I'm in this one Instacart group. Like, that's like for like the capital of my state, right? And we all are a part of it. We all post pictures, screenshots of everything, okay? And I see people getting like 3 trip offers, right? Now, that's all fine and dandy, okay? But if you got even an order of, once you get up to like 5 to 10 items, especially if they're large, but like it is really hard to individualize all of that into one cart. It's also a pain to try to pull and push another cart while doing everything on your phone and having other customers. Now, me, like I said, I use bags, cooler bags, insulated bags, so different ball game there, okay? But I'm not going to be taking more, the only time I'm going to do a double order is if it's like a legit small items for each one, because it's very difficult. At the same time, we might only be going to the store one time. But I only do orders that are dollar to mile, okay? That's all I do. I'm sorry, that's just what I do. That's how I'm making money. As an independent contractor, you have to pull your own money out to pay the taxes and have for gas, be able to do for everything else. So if I don't do that, I'm not making nothing, okay? I'm sorry, just not happening. Now, for me, I think like the minimum I see as a pay for Instacart where I live, which we're in my town, my area, we have Kroger, Aldi, CVS, Dollar Tree, and we have Family Dollar. And that's all through Instacart, okay? You can go other places and you'll have more options, but that's just what it is for Instacart. The downfall about that is dude, like, I'm seeing like, 60, 80 items coming through for only like $8 as a pay. Well, that you just see that many items, you're already probably shopping for hour and a half, 2 hours, and then the drive to the customer. On top of that, with the mileage, okay, so that's why it's really tough with Instacart, because sometimes you'll have like a 14-mile drive because it's people that live really far away, 20, 30 minutes away. So not only are you going to be shopping for an hour, 2 hours, and then driving that, using that mileage, and having to drive back, and you might only end up making $8. No, sorry, not happening for me. I'm not doing it. I feel a lot better about myself. I'm not gonna do that. I am hurting myself by doing that, because I could sit there and decline that. I do a couple of DoorDash orders, even at $2.25, where I can make that $8 in probably 40 minutes, if max, doing a couple of $2.25 orders, only driving 4 miles. Okay, not gonna happen. Okay, I'm sorry. Now, when it comes to shopping, 90% of the time you are probably going to have better tips. You actually are probably going to get tips, especially the larger orders. Example, shipped. Okay, I had an order I did one time, and my wife had this training up in this area, so I wasn't familiar with this area. It was a busy area, and I got an order for like all it said was Kroger, okay? And it was like 19 minutes away. It's like, the pay-on's pretty good. It's only like 26 items. I'll do it. So I have 10 buns. I'll show you in a minute. I messaged my customer, letting I was on my way. And it ended up being like a neighborhood Kroger. Never seen one before. Just like we don't have that kind of stuff around here. So, I right away, items aren't in the store. So I'm messaging him trying to figure out a substitute, and he told me that the store that I went to isn't gonna have half of this. To go to the other store, it's like 7 minutes away. If he would have like communicated with that to me from the get go, I would have. At the same time, I had already started my route. I mean, I had already started like the shopping part. At that point, it would have really screwed me over. It was just not going to be good on my end. So I, communicated with him, and it took about like 15, 20 minutes. Finally, he said, all right, well, get what you can. I ended up getting like 80% of the items he wanted. Only substituted like 4 of them, but there was like 6 items I couldn't get, right? I delivered it to him, which was only like 3 minutes up the road. I figured this person was home. This person actually was like getting ready to leave work and was on their way by the time I was dropping it off. Like an hour or two later, this dude tipped me like $58. And it took me about an hour to do this. I made like $18 on the order. Actually, no, I think it was a little bit more than that. I think it was like 24, something like that. I'll have to go back into like my screenshot or go into the app. I can look at it. I think it was like $24 actually, like on the order itself. But like I said, he gave me a $58 tip, so I made really good money doing this order. But shipped, you will make a little more money. The last one I'm gonna get into is Walmart or Spark, okay? Because it's just the pay's better, man. Like I said, it's based off more of like what's on the order, how many items, larger items. It does count in the fact a little bit of mileage, but they just don't do that dollar to mile. But I mean, like around me, dude, like I'll get a bunch of like 1-2 mile drives. I mean, especially with just groceries, like it pays really good, and I'm making even just base pay alone like 10 to 15 bucks. So it's a really really good, great way to build up money, and like that I do like basically you say full time, I do all the other stuff part time. Used to when I was in a different zone, it was different, but and it's kind of getting to that point now because like where it's not been active as long, but like where I'm at, it's just it's starting to get saturated with our drivers, and so you have all these drivers on all at the same time, and there might only be like 1 or 2 deliveries for that hour, and then you have to be quick to try to get it, or then you're sitting for an hour. So it is difficult. It's really shitty. Best advice I can give you is, let's say, there's a delivery for the 5 to 6 p.m. At 4:20, that delivery will come through as a pickup for the 4:45. So that's how that works. It's always different with express and batch orders. I don't really can't get those time frames down. It is random. Even okay, so like with my Walmart, I'm like very communicative. Like to what people I've known, for years. I live here, so it's like it's something where I can actually communicate with the employees. I find out info, right? So like they actually don't get to see when express or even shopping orders or batch orders are going to go out. Like they just don't see that on their end. It's just randomly. They'll have the stuff there, but they don't know what time it's going to be for. So that's the way the downfall. But the way everything works is, express. So like now this is actually the first part is for customers. Walmart Plus is worth it. I'm just telling you that it is worth it. Okay. Especially if you're the type that doesn't care if someone does the stuff for you, right? I know a lot of people. It's like, oh, I'm not gonna have anyone else do this. I want to do my own shopping. By all means, do it. But if you're using the app just for pickup, and you have Walmart Plus, your delivery is free. Okay. Now I'm gonna tell you all the tricks here. With Walmart Plus, okay, you get like a percentage off like fuel at like a Walmart gas station, whatever. Which not all Walmarts have that. My Walmart doesn't, unfortunately. But with Walmart Plus, you get Paramount Plus for free. You get like earlier and better deals online. So like with Black Friday, you get the stuff like 1-2 days in advance. So you can place your orders. You want the TV, this and that. It's better, right? But you get the free delivery on orders that are $35 and more. So The only time it's going to be express is if you're trying to do delivery and like there's nothing available. You have to pay like $7-8 whatever for express. Or if your order is not $35 and it's like 34 or less, then you gotta pay that for express. Which if you're like up at that $34 mark, just add something for like $1, and then you're saving money. The best part about Walmart is you actually are paying for those items at those prices. You're not paying a bunch of like fees and stuff, right? So like Instacart, you're trying to like get deal. Let's say there's cheese, it's 2 for $4 or whatever. You're not paying that sale price. You gotta pay those individual prices. You pay all that. So that's the downfall of Instacart. It's the same thing with Shipt, okay? But with Walmart, you're actually paying those prices, so you're saving money actually. It's set up a lot better. But at the same time, like Walmart Plus, man, like if you're already using the app for pickup, do delivery. It's free. We are actually getting paid for it. You are the one that's driving to the store, using your car, your gas, driving to the store, and then going back, having to put it all away. Where someone can actually get paid to do it, drive it to you, you're saving more time on you. You can do whatever you need to do around the house. You don't have to go to the store, either A, shop the stuff, but B, use your time and gas to go get it and go back and unload and then put things away. That's like an hour, Save you that little bit of time, and you have more to the day for yourself, your family, whatever. Again, if you're wanting to play games, whatever, gives you more time, Especially when a lot of times it's just leave at the door, and go. Another thing I want to get into is like the reason how batch orders are. So when you get like your express or your shop, grocery orders, those are gonna be ones where someone actually went into like the app area where it says delivery or pickup, and they schedule delivery. Boom, goes out to you that way. Batch orders are if like you're in the app and you like add things to a cart, like you put like Amazon or whatever, and then you purchase to have shipped to your house in that 3 to 5 days. They tell you 3 to 5 days because they'll get like a bunch of them together, and they send it all out that way. Now, the plus side, you only gotta go to Walmart once instead of multiple times to get each of these orders. But we still do quite a bit of miles. There's been times I'll get like a 48-mile route and it only pays $30. Like, no. I still do that dollar-to-mile ratio. I'm going to let it benefit me. I'm not going to do it. I'll let someone else do that. I'll get a better order later. I'm not going to do that. I think with me, like if I get an order that's like 30 miles, that's usually taking roughly 2 hours. Because you got to go there, pick it all up, and you start your route, go to the first house, go to the next one. And by the time you're getting back, it's like 2 hours, So, on top of doing the 2 hours and using that gas, I'm needing more money at that point. I'll get into some screenshots to show you guys everything, but when people learn from me, they do start to be successful. So I will say that. It's not as hard as it looks. It's just the fact of learning it, comprehending it, and doing it. that's really all I can say there. What else was I gonna say for Walmart? Okay, another thing to know about like any of these apps when you're ordering specialty delivery is that with DoorDash, we don't get the order and go to a restaurant and give that order to them and they make it. When you place the order, it actually goes to them. They make it. We just pick it up. That's all we do. Okay? We don't actually tell them anything. So, I see this DoorDash group I'm in, and they're always posting about, different things about saying how their stuff wasn't taken care of or whatever. Like, the driver gave them the wrong stuff. I need to do something real quick. Now I'm thinking about it here. I need to. Oh shoot. I'm trying to figure out how to edit. I want to edit my info here. Oh, that's right here. Duh. Boom. So like my TikTok video, I don't know how well, it's gonna get out there because like I couldn't put the I tried to put the info into the thing, but it wouldn't let me. Um, so I'm actually I could probably put in the comments. Let's see, YouTube channel. Oh wait. I'm gonna delete that. This way. There we go. Because it's gonna be, I don't know how well, because like I said, when you have such a newer YouTube channel, like it's just really tough to actually be able to find when you're just searching it. So it's best to have like a link or whatever. So I put the link in the comment on my TikTok video. So hopefully that kind of reaches out. But anyway, back to everything. Okay, so like I said, with DoorDash, that's how it works. I'm in a group where I seen the other day where the customer's like, I ordered this, you ordered it wrong, and then this is why I don't tip my drivers. It's like, really? Like, we just pick it up. The bigger thing though is things like Instacart shipped to Walmart is like you get Kroger, Aldi, Walmart, Target. They all show we deliver, but they don't. We aren't making hourly that works at a job and just takes deliveries, okay? We are independent contractors using our own personal vehicles, paying for our own gas to do this. I'm not a Walmart employee. I'm not a Kroger or Aldi employee. I'm myself, okay? And that's the plus side as being your own boss. You can work when you want to. Like, I didn't even go out today. I stayed home. I slept. I enjoyed it. I took the day off. I don't have to call in. I don't gotta do any of this. Yes, there's all those perks. At the same time, you have a decline button for a reason. You don't have to accept it. You don't have to do it. Now, the other day there was a video that went viral of a Domino's pizza delivery driver who grabbed the pizza out of the bag. You went to hand it to the customer, and they were like, tip. And they were like, oh, I paid this convenience fee, this and that. Listen, I'm going to tell you this. As a Domino's driver, I understand it. I understand the conditions you're driving in. You're using your own personal vehicle 90% of the time as well. Not many places that do delivery, actually have a business vehicle. Now, like, I used to work at a place called Monocle's Pizza, and that's a whole long story. I was a delivery driver there for like 3 years, and they actually did have their own company vehicle. So that was nice. I never really expected to be making tips, right? But I did, But in all reality, think about this, okay? You are making hourly. As a server at a restaurant, right? You drive there, you work your shift, you drive home, right? You're making $2.25 an hour. Well, you're usually gonna be making really good tips. As a delivery driver doing this, we don't get paid hourly at all. We're just getting $2.25 per delivery. So yeah, we're making $2.25, but we might get 3 or 4 deliveries making $2.25. So we're making probably more than you in an hour, but we're also using more gas. So yeah, that's why it's important, and not a lot of people want to see that. But hey, now I've seen a lot of people that will take these no-tip orders, whatever it may be, or if it's a really far drive for them, with, you know, whatever, and people will be dicks. You know, they'll put the food right there at the door, so when they open it, it knocks over drinks or this and that. Yeah, I seen a picture on there earlier on the group, and the person took a picture of like them opening the door with all the stuff in front of it, and they typed in, this must be a new driver, and someone said, or you didn't tip. And they're like, it was, I tipped $5, and it was only 3 miles. And it was 2 different orders, and they were going, you know, at the same time, though, okay, that first order might have been from another location, okay? Now, at the same time, we don't, when it tells us the mileage, okay, with all the other apps, it tells you the mileage from the store to the drop-off, okay? So that's a better way to kind of acknowledge it. With DoorDash, it actually tells you from where exactly you are to the pickup location to drop off. So if, let's say, I just took a delivery, I'm out of the zone, and I get a delivery that shows me 7 miles for $4, you know, yeah, the restaurant might only be 2 miles or whatever, but I'm now driving that extra mileage to get there and whatnot. So, and in all reality, that probably would be worth it, because you might get another order for that way anyways. You're already gonna be going there, but you gotta really mathematically think about that in your head. You know, dollar to mile ratio, especially if you're going out of town. You know, I mean, you gotta think about that. But that's how we see it. You know, so if it would show, you know, 2 to 3 miles, you know, then you would know, oh, I'm this far away, you know, to that location, you know, then from there, be good. But it's kind of the perks about it, but also the downfall, because then it looks like you're driving further when you're really technically not going to be, because you're already going to be going that way anyway. But that's how that works. So, like I said, we do $1 a mile. I don't ever take orders that don't have a tip, especially with DoorDash. The other stuff, you make more money, so it's worth it, but same time, with Walmart, with shopping, it pays phenomenally. I'll show you that in a little bit, but those, I don't even care if I get a tip. I'm getting paid good. But like shipped in Instacart, if you're doing a shopping where it's like more than 20 items, and especially if it's a far drive and you're only making a little bit of money on it, I ain't doing it. Now, these are like all my survey apps, these passive incomes, okay? Now, I'm gonna start with DraftKings. I don't get so much into this kind of stuff. I only do the free polls. I don't put any money into it. I'm telling you, if you're trying to do a bunch of stuff, don't be accurate. Okay, I'm telling you. So with this one, with the free polls, I just select random buttons. I just select random, you know, possibilities, submit. Yeah, I've gotten so much free money just by doing that. Like, I ain't joking. Coin out. Okay, so this one is epic, because you can only scan them like 10 receipts within 7 days, but still passive income. It's still something, you know, whatever. Fetch rewards. This is something that's big. There's a lot of people talk about it, and I understand the whole of what I'm about to tell you, but 90% of the time it's not. So if you're gonna earn something, you might as well. You know what I mean? So fetch rewards, you just scan receipts. Okay. So, especially when you're doing all the shopping orders, okay, you just scan the customer's receipt on here. Now, I usually will give it like an hour or two in case they use it or whatever, but if they don't, boom, you take a picture of these receipts, okay? Now, you can also do this for like anywhere, you know, restaurants, whatever, any kind of receipt. The plus side is like, especially like from like Kroger, you know, Walmart, you'll have like certain things that give you like bonus points for when you purchase those. So you can really take advantage of this. Dude, I've gotten so many gift cards from this. So it really does pay out. Rakuten, that's just a different ball game. I'm not gonna get into that one. But these 3 apps, okay, Eureka being my favorite. You can take a bunch of surveys on these, okay? Now sometimes you might think, oh, this is paying me 20, 30 cents. You know, and you might take the survey, you might be in there a little bit, and all of a sudden it kicks you out and you make nothing. But let me tell you the plus side about these. It might not seem like a lot, but for someone like me, right, that I'm already out doing things, using my card to be making money. When I'm sitting for like an hour waiting on delivery to come through, not making any money at all, if I'm sitting there and I can do these surveys right here, for like 20, 30 cents, sometimes you get lucky and get higher. Like, you're still making income without physically driving and using gas. So it's a little bit at a time, okay? Google Rewards is my favorite because you get a decent amount on it. I did a survey earlier for like 66 cents, and you can get it in like 5 seconds. Which it will give you like a list of like businesses, restaurants, whatever, and it asks you if you've been to those in the past like 30 days, right? You choose the one that you went to, and it asks you if you made a purchase. You say yes. You choose the date. Then they ask if you made a purchase or whatever, and then you put actually I think that part says date, but then it'll ask you if you have a receipt. Now I'm pretty positive if you actually take a picture of the receipt and submit, you'll actually make more. But at the same time, for me, every time I try it, it says there's an error or whatever. But sometimes I'll make not even that much at all for doing receipt. So you just hit no, I don't have it. Boom, done. You get done in 5 seconds, 66 cents. Sometimes you'll get multiple. Sometimes it takes a little bit. The more you're going around, your phone will ping and it'll kind of like show that you were in this area. So that's boom, where you get your money. Like this right here is paying my monthly subscription for Discovery Plus and my yearly subscription for the GoPro. So yeah, it's a gamer. Now, with this being said, you might think, oh, this is a little bit of money. This takes time. Yes, it does. It builds up in the background. But at the same time, for me, I use 3 different phones with 3 different accounts doing this. Boom. So now let's say between all of these, you're making $10, right, in one day. Now you're doing that and you're making $30 in a day, and you're doing that every single day. Boom. $30 a day, not even doing much at all. Like, I'm just saying, it adds up if you know what you're doing. You gotta do it right. You gotta know what you're doing. Boom. You can make like $30 a day doing this using, of course, you would have to have another phone, another account, whatever. But yeah, it's super easy passive income. Like, I say passive but you do basically gotta do things, But in all reality, you really don't. You use your fingers on the phone. Like, if you're doing that every day anyway, why not? Now I want to get into like, I don't have a screenshot here, but like with like Gas Buddy and Upside. So this is how I do things, okay? Again, 3 different phones, 3 different accounts. Okay? With Gas Buddy, it's a little bit trickier because you got to like link your bank account to it, and you got to use the actual Gas Buddy card. You can't use a bank card. So like when you try to put in the Gas Buddy card info on Upside, it won't work. So if you go to places like Casey's where you have to take a picture of the receipt anyway, boom, all you gotta do, use your Gas Buddy card, do it for your bank account, and then at that point, you can just upload the picture onto Upside. Boom, now you're getting the extra on there, okay? Gas Buddy will usually give me more back, but the same with Gas Buddy, it doesn't like take it off at the purchase, right? It's like with Upside, it'll say, you can get it'll say 10 cents back, right? So at that point, you pay that full price and then you're getting that back later. With Gas Buddy, it takes it off automatically at the pump. That's the only tricky part, so they might catch up to that. Never has had an issue for me, but just saying. Now, like with DoorDash, you use the Dasher Direct card. At the moment, it's like 2 cents back a gallon. There for a while, it was like 10 cents back. It's like me, I'm multi-apping, right? I go to Walmart, pick up an order. I sign on to DoorDash, get a DoorDash order on the way. Boom, I'm adding up money where I'm making the extra in the background, right? So now I can put gas in where I'm having that money I'm still making. I talked earlier about, you spend $50 on gas, you gotta profit that. So me, I'm making $50, and now I'm making almost $300 to $400 before I need to fill up again. So now I'm profiting $350. So that's how you gotta value yourself. Like I said, you can be successful, you just have to do it the right way. So these are when I'm talking about like templates, okay? And sometimes you'd be surprised as the little bitty things you can do will impress a customer, okay? So I have a, like, for just regular food, I have one for groceries, okay? But like when I'm shopping. And I have this set up to all of the other apps as well, not just DoorDash. So like, let's say, in the morning, right? I copy this in my clipboard. Every time I get a delivery, I just paste it. And I just take out these lines, just backspace off of them. I add in the minutes away I am from the location. Send to customer. And like, you're not going to get a response every time. 90% of the time, customer won't even communicate with you. But you'll be surprised. If you don't communicate with customer, they're not going to make, oh, this person doesn't care. Boom, they're just going to drop it off and done. Dude, I kid you not, I did a DoorDash order the other day. It was a good one, too. It's a $2 peak. Customer tipped like $3. I was already making like $7, $8 on the delivery for Wendy's, right? And it was like, 10:20 at night. And I get to the drive-thru, and they told me that they had fresh fries in the fryer. Just pull around, they'll bring it out to me. Because you can't go in, lobby's closed at this time. So I messaged the customer that I was waiting and wanted they had more fries. And like his response was, dude, thank you, man, I appreciate that. And so, I get the order, I bring it to him. This was a leave a door, okay? And now this person, like their room had to be like, so like you got the door, room was like, had to be right here. Cause like, I seen them like playing Fortnite, and I think they were like on the main lobby or something. They basically got up, turned the light on in their room, came out, actually came outside, and was like, yo man, I know I like tipped you in the app, but I have to have like $2 in cash on it, but I wanted to give you extra here because like you're like the first driver that has ever messaged me, and you even waited for my fries. Now, you might think, oh, like that's gonna happen every time. No, it won't. It will not happen every time. That's probably the first time that has happened to me. But at the same time, it happened. You know what I mean? Like he physically told me that, and I have it on recording on the GoPro. So, and that's where I want to kind of get into things as well. Okay, I watch other YouTubers. Trust me, I've even started a trend where I live. Okay, I wear a GoPro for any time I'm out delivering. Okay, I document everything that I do. Okay, so this GoPro, right? GoPro, it's on the one of the head strap things. Okay, now I took the wrist strap for the GoPro, and I just rigged it up right here on the back part for the battery pack. So when I have it on, I'm able to keep this thing charging, so it never dies. Now I think in this one's like a 264 gigabyte SD card. I can the settings I have it at. I can record up to 9 hours, 20 minutes. This battery pack's one of like the cheap on battery. It was like $10 each battery pack. I have like 8 of these battery packs, that I got for Walmart. They're really great. They will last you almost a full day. And you just go home and charge them. At the end of the day, I take a USB cord. I plug it right here on the side. I plug it right in my computer. I move all my footage over. Now, with my GoPro subscription, I got the yearly, where you can get unlimited cloud. Then boom, I just upload everything to my cloud, and then I can delete it. I keep having the space. I'm able to keep going with it. I'm always having that backup, right? No one sees it. I don't post all to YouTube. I don't post it anywhere. I just have that, okay? So, multiple reasons for the GoPro. Number one is because you'll have customers all the time that will say, I didn't get my order. It mainly is going to be like people that were leave a door and they came out, or people that were handed me. They'll lie, they'll send a message, they'll do, whatever. Hey, I didn't get my order. It takes like one of those, and you get a contract violation, and you can get deactivated. Now, you can dispute it, you do this and that, be able to prove it, especially if you took a picture. But a lot of times, you might not even have a house number, in the picture. There might not be one where you can take a picture of it. And, especially if it was like a hand to me, you don't have any kind of proof to show that you actually delivered to them. I mean, yeah, they can ping and see that your GPS was right there, but there's not saying it's proof. Now, don't get me wrong, I know that there's other drivers out there that will steal shit, lie, this and that too. But at the same time, you have it a lot with customers. And so I wear the GoPro. It saves me on that and it backs me up. that that ever happens, I have documentation of it. So that's number one. Number two is the fact that I want my customers to believe me when I tell them things. I want, and that goes for any time, everywhere, like any person. But at the same time, I want the I want the customer to feel safe with me, handling their food or groceries, whatever. So they can go back in and watch the footage, the whole thing, if they want to, and they can watch it from the moment I'm there to do it, to go and after I drop it off at their house. So that's how I do that, and that's the two big reasons for the GoPro. It also saves you if you're in an accident. If you're in a very unfit, safe location. There was a time it was like when I first started, I delivered to this area. It was kind of a dangerous neighborhood. There was like 70 outside standing by the vehicle, and I kind of felt unsafe. And I was just like, "Yo, guys, I'm live right now on Twitch. Dude, I got like 25 people watching. You guys want to shout out? You guys want to say anything on camera?" And like they changed their whole demeanor. Like it really saved me because especially if we're gonna try something, all they gotta do is stop the recording and delete it. It's super easy, right? Well, thinking that they were live, it saved me. Okay, so there's another reason right there for the GoPro. It works. It helps. It provides proof, especially when you're doing shopping in a store. That way, especially like with Walmart, you can actually bring grocery bags into the store with you and bag as you go. You don't have to scan everything at the checkout lane and then bag. Dude, I have a separate bag that I put all my grocery bags in. Anytime I can get them, I'll grab extra grocery bags, so I always have them. I always bag everything, even milk. If they bring it to me out there and there's milk, dude, I put it in the bag, I always double tie everything, boom. It really does save you, and it makes the customer more happy, But yeah, I said that's the screenshots, okay? This right here is a sticker that I customly made to attach to photos after I drop them off. Some people can say, "Oh, if people did this, I wouldn't rate them off, I wouldn't tip them, this and that." Well, you're the other people I'm not going to deliver to. You know what I mean? I've only had one person rate me a 1-star and one person rate me a 3, and that was when I very first started. I always get a 5-star or no star, so it doesn't really bother me. But the rating system does actually help you in doing this kind of stuff. Like if the lower your rating, you can be deactivated for it. So for someone like me who's doing this full time, very professionally, trying to actually provide great service, I want a customer to know how much I'm doing on top of the work I put into something like this. Boom, I'm gonna do it. Now this is what it looks like whenever I attach it to a photo. This is what I did the other night. Here's the food and the drink right here. I was able to get the number, the house number, apartment number, whatever. This was an apartment, but was able to get that number right here. I was able to attach the photo right here where they could see it. Boom, send it. And it works just like that, man. And you get like a really good outcome from it too, man. It's usually great. Okay, onto some orders here. Now, this is when I'm talking about like all we get's $2.25 unless the customer tips. Shows right here, $2.25. Read that, okay? Now it's a $4.50 tip, which when it first came to me, it showed $6.25. I ended up making $6.75, okay? But now I don't know if maybe the customer somehow raised that, or they just sent it to me at $6.25. Sometimes we get hidden tips, whatever. So this was 2.9 miles. It was a total of 12 minutes to do this whole thing, making $6.75. So it was a good order, but like I said, if a customer doesn't tip, that's all we make, and that right there is proof. DoorDash pay $2.25. Now, this was the other night, okay, and I had a very successful night. It was a $2 peak, okay. I think this was actually like the last order. Okay, I think this was a different time. I don't remember. But, okay, this one right here with the $2 peak, okay? 2.4 miles, 12 minutes. Now that peak, it said about $2.25. I'm now making that $2 more, so now I'm actually getting paid $4.25 for DoorDash, where I'm getting a $5 tip, making $9.25. So that's where that comes into play, man. Like I said, you get out there during those peak hours if you can. You're doing solid, man. Great money wise. This right here I took because this was a no tip order. Now, this person, they could have, and actually now that I look at it, it was kind of close to where I live. But this is where I'm at when the order comes to me. Okay, this is where I'm picking it up, and this right here is where it's going to. So, you gotta think about it. Are you gonna do that for $2.25 no tip? Now, this was a college student. I know the area. This was a college delivery. A lot of them don't know, but 1.8 miles, $2.25. Yeah, it's that dollar to mile ratio. Also, considering how I was like right here next to the restaurant at the time. But at the same time, I'm not gonna do that. If this would have been like a dollar tip at least at $3.25, I would have taken this order. But I don't do no tips. And like I said, people want to say that we're complaining about. They'll tell me all I'm doing is complaining. I'm not complaining about nothing I don't do, right? So you can accept this or you can hit decline. We have that option. I don't have to do it. Okay? So, for example, as you see 723 here, the same screenshot, boom, I hit decline, I go in and say no tip, no trip, and then I hit submit. That's all we do. And you move on to the next one, okay? Let's say this order was right after that. Let's say I decline that and boom, I get this. See, now I'm already I'm tripling the amount of money I'm making, okay? Just like that. Now, it happens, but this isn't that case. And again, this was even more luckier because I was right here when the order came through. I was sitting in front of my Dollar General. Our Subway's like right here. KFC's across the street. So boom, a double order right here, 3.8 miles. Now, again, there was a peak going right here, so $12.56 is what I was making on this. We go here, both of these are Taco Bell. This is all in the next three deliveries right here, this one and two others, is all back to back, okay? These were the same night on a $2 peak, okay? 2.8 miles. And you're always worried when it comes to double order because it could take longer. Luckily this night it wasn't busy at all. Wait, sorry. It wasn't busy at all. I got really lucky with it. We were good, right? We were solid. So, both of these talk about 2.8 miles. I never worry about the items. I'm worried about what I'm using for it, which is gas. So, boom. Get those done, $10, right? This one, Taco Bell. I'm already almost next to the Taco Bell. 2.5 miles, $8.25. Next one, again, almost next to Taco Bell. 2.4 miles, $8.25. So, very successful day right there, but even just those 3 hours. Like, that day alone, I made great money. Now, before these DoorDash orders, okay? I had stayed off that day. It wasn't going to be busy. I wasn't worried about it. There was nothing going on. And I said with all the other drivers, it's really hard to get orders sometimes. So I open up Walmart Spark while I'm sitting at home, and I see this. Plus 15. Now, there's another YouTuber that talked about how the surge or whatever stops at, $12. It doesn't. I'm telling you that right now. When it started where I lived, I was the only driver for the first 2 weeks. There'd be orders that were plus like $20, $30, okay? It goes until it's picked up, all right? But used to the batch orders, they would, they would stop them and reset them, and they would drop the pay. If someone accepts it, then drops the pay. But, yeah, it goes up until it gets accepted, okay? I'm telling you that. Or a customer cancels it. So, I open up the app, I sign on, and there was 2 shopping orders available. Now, if you look at this, okay, I want you to study this, all right? 5 miles for 45.16 or 6.4 miles for 43.49. Look at that, and if you were the one doing this, which order would you take? Back in the day, I could sit here and I could click on these, investigate them, see what would be easier, what I would profit more on, then accept it. Now, there's other drivers out now, so it's tough. You kind of got to hit accept the moment you see an order, right? But when something like this, 9% of the time, and it's just you're going to go with the highest one, right? I'm making $2 more right here with driving 1.4 miles less. Now, something to know about these apps, especially like, Instacart, Shipt, and Walmart for certain, is you got bait tippers. Now, a lot of people are asking, what's a bait tipper? A bait tipper is actually somebody who will put like a really high tip on there for someone to do their order, and then like, for Walmart, you get 24 hours to adjust a tip. So then they'll take that down to $0 or $1, $5. So that's usually the downfall, and it's people like that why it makes it tougher for everyone else when they actually do put a good tip on there. It always makes it tough. But the perks is about where I live, all of us delivery drivers, we have our own group chats, and we communicate with each other. We will tell each other the names of these customers who do this and to not take these orders. So then we let them sit and we let them boost and we make money from that way. So just a little tip. So anyway, going into this, I actually had time to click on these. I whited out everything so you can't see names and addresses and whatnot. So this was the one for 45.16 that was less miles, okay? You're shopping for 25 items, but you're only making actually $35.16 to the app with a $10 tip. That could or could not go away, raise, or just be lowered. Like, you never know. Okay, where this order was $38.49 with a $5 tip for only 21 items. Now, this person, I actually knew who this was. I every time I deliver to her, I'm always helping her carry things into her house because she can't lift a lot. So I really wanted this order. When I took this screenshot, though, I backed out, and someone else actually took the other order. So I'm like, okay, well, we're good. It's at least getting out, okay? So I always push deliveries out no matter what. But if I can't physically do it, I can't get on, or there's a lot of orders, I'm always messaging someone else saying, hey, can you get on, right? So, yeah, that was a very successful one, right? I started things off just by making alone this much money, right? And then turning around and having a very successful DoorDash evening, I made $166 in 3 hours. Just saying. It was not that bad. Great day. Now, this right here is an example of a batched order, okay? There's certain pictures you'll see a lot of, but this is just what I'm showing you, okay? 9 different orders for 23.1 miles. Okay, you go to the store, you pick it all up, and then you just go out and on this route to take this stuff. It shows you, it'll show you the amount of items in each one. You can click on it, it shows you what they are, which is very beneficial, especially when there's TVs or this and that, so you know if it's even going to fit in your car or not. Because then if you end up having to drop the order afterwards, or, you get there and then you have to cancel that, it lowers your pay a lot. And another thing when it comes to shopping orders, don't fully go by the route and shopping stuff, okay? Because once you scan your first cold item, you have like 45 minutes to get the order shopped and actually delivered to the customer in that time frame, or else it cancels your order. It's happened to me twice with Walmart. Okay, where it was actually for the same person. They ordered a bulk big order. Both of them I accepted. I think I could get it done. The last time it happened, it was 260 items. Okay, it was like $400 worth of stuff. I actually had another driver that I'm kind of close with, man. He came in and helped me shop it all so we could get it done faster. Dude, it canceled on me, and I was supposed to have gotten $66 on the order. I got 18. Yeah, that happened. So, I mean, yeah, I only drove there, and, I drove 2 miles to get there to do it. But at the same time, I was in there for over 2 hours. So, I mean, I guess it's better than, some, because, you might not make $18 in 2 hours, but at the same time, it sucked, because I was supposed to be making 66, you know what I mean? But anyway, but like I said, this is just examples, 30, so I'm making basically $8 here. So how I'm mathing things out when I'm making money on these deliveries, I'm taking the amount I'm getting paid minus that mileage, and then that's what I'm getting paid. So I'm only making like $8 doing this. But, I'm still better than that dollar mile ratio, so I'm going to do it. The downfall is when these routes, they give it to you, they don't give it to you from like where you are to Walmart and whatnot. So if I'm 15 minutes away, let's say I'm 4 or 5 miles away, I could be all the way right here when I get the order, drive all the way here, get it, and then go all these places, and then I'm doing even more mileage that doesn't calculate for. Now, I also had like a return one I did, and it was just a pair of shoes, right? But it told me when it came through, it showed 13.8. 13.8 miles for $10. Now, I only accepted it because it was the first return order, so I did it. But I won't do it again because they only start out $10, right? From what I've been told, the customer can tip, but this customer didn't tip. But that was the mileage just from the customer to the store. And I was at the store at the time, okay? So I accepted this order, right? Now, this is the MVD, it was like right here. Because, like, this is called, okay, so this order that I did, I was at the Walmart, which is, like, all the way here. I drove the 14 miles there, 14 miles back for $10. Never doing it again. 27 miles for that, yeah, not happening for me. I'll let it sit and boost, or someone else can take it. I'm good on that. Now that you can get, if the customer's out there, they can give you cash or whatever, but I wouldn't advise it. It's not worth it. Yeah, if you got paid that mileage from where you are to it as well, then that. And I even called support about it. They told me, oh, we'll take in the fact that the mileage you drove, whatnot. No, never happened. But yeah, I take screenshots of everything because I'm going to have proof, right? So this is like what your screens will look like. This is like for the next delivery. You start the delivery. This is kind of out of order a little bit here. But this was like the finishing screen. Like I said, this is just out of order. But this is what it looks like when you get there. Yeah, this was like for the first order, I think. But yeah, it's super simple and easy, but that's just part of it, okay? This is another order that I took, okay? This was just a pickup, okay? You just park at a spot, and, well, you start your trip, but anyway, this is 8 miles. Now, the only reason why I took this one like I did is it's only $11.90, right? You got to drive that mileage back. Let's say here's Walmart. Let's say I want to drive back to, if I'm going to do another order right afterwards, I'm now driving that 8 miles back to Walmart, right? Where, that's 16 miles for only $11.90, okay? But let's say this $10 tip sticks, right? So then I'm making $21.90, but I was also doing an incentive where I was also going to be getting another $8 on doing this. So then I ended up turning that into $29.90. Yeah, that's how I did it. Again, like this is when you get there, you gotta scan the item, like the little like the label, whatnot. This is another example I wanted to show you, okay? So this was a batch order right here. And then this right here is a 2 grocery pickup right here, okay? So this one, 14 different orders, 27.6 miles, 42.66. Now the plus side about this is guaranteed. You're making 42.66. Because it's a batch order, it's stuff that people should order online to be shipped and whatnot. Customers cannot tip on these batch orders, okay? .com, batch orders, however you want to call them, they cannot tip on these unless they give you cash. Now, a lot of the time with these, especially, they're unscheduled because they tell the customer 3 to 5 days. So they're thinking in 3 days, oh, it's going to be there. Then all of a sudden it shows up sometimes the same day or the next day. So that's kind of a downfall. So a lot of times they might not even be home. And that's always the risk, you know? But this one, you have 6 miles for $32.78. You're like, oh, dude, like, yeah, man, I'm making $10 less, and I'm only doing 6 miles compared to 27.6. But then you go in and look at it, right? It shows $32.78, but you're only making $21.78 with $11 tip. That's in between both. Not showing that one of these are going to tip. You never know. But yeah, that's just the downfall. So after doing the math, you're actually making 60 cents more by doing this order than the other one. That's when you take, I take $32.78 minus 6, compared to, I'm actually taking the $21.78 minus 6. And then that puts you at like $15.78, where if you go back here and you take $42.66 minus 27.6, you're making $15.06. So that's how you like really pull in the math. That's how you do it. That's how you're able to like take advantage of it. I'm at least going to be making $21.70 doing 6 miles. Not guaranteed to get this. Where if I wanted to make more, now I'm gonna be driving that plus whatever that mileage back to the store. So if that was the only order available, then yes, I'm taking this. But I chose this one, okay? Because I'm gonna, benefit. This right here is screenshots of someone that posted in the DoorDash page that I follow, I'm a part of, okay? When I say that how easy this is, that can happen, it just takes one. This customer reported that it didn't arrive, right? Now I want you to look at the top right here so you can believe me on this. Same customer, right? See the time, 2:29, all this. Yeah, they took another screenshot of this right here. Just a few hours went by. They got deactivated on DoorDash. Yeah, it's that easy. It can happen. I'm telling you. This is why I refuse to do it. Okay? It's just part of it. I'm telling you. The GoPro does help. Like I said, it started a trend. I got a lot of people that use it now. At least around here that do it. A lot of people are always trying to get advice from me. Trying to always get backups because, it's just something that's difficult for them. They don't understand it. But, hey, like I said, I just have a lot of experience. Next, I'm going to get into this. Okay? Why it's not showing up right now, I don't know. Oh, I gotta redo the thing, I guess. I had it good, but for some reason it's just wanting to. I don't know why it's not showing up. It's set right. Hold on, let me try to. There we go. Okay, so if you have not heard of Redbubble, this is a site mainly for passive income. You put a little bit of work in, and you turn it into something, okay? Now, you don't have to be like the greatest artist out there. You can be surprised some stuff that's on here that sells, okay? But this is my profile. Now, I've uploaded a few things on here. They just like I had one that was on there for a while and then just disappeared. You don't get an email, but I've not gotten any reason why they disappeared. But at the moment, this is what's on here. I'm going to be showing something else later that I am going to be uploading. And I'm probably going to change this one a little bit because you'll see why in the other one. So, I mean, you create a design, logo, whatever, and you upload it on here. Now, if you're like a streamer, content creator like that, man, you got Twitch emotes and all that. Dude, I'm telling you, do this. Because your merch, dude, your freaking merch. I shared this with somebody, right? And they didn't believe me. They did it, and they're making 10 times more money. Now, I don't know the quality of this stuff, okay? I've not bought anything, so I don't know the quality of it. But, I'm telling you, you can make a lot more money than, like, doing the Streamlabs merch or whatever. So, for example, like this one right here. Oh, I forgot. I need to do this. Okay, people that watch my Twitch, I actually tattooed this to my leg. At one point, I still have it on my leg. This is a quote I created. Your mind is the only true demon. When it takes over, you're screwed. You can't get rid of it. That demon always wins. Well, let me show you something. Now, this is on all of these shirts. Boom. You know, all these shirts. I don't like how it doesn't show all this here, but that's just part of it. Yeah, you got these home decors, you know, like bags, coffee cups, you know, buttons, you know, journals, stickers. Like, people are interested in some things. Okay, you never know, but you know, let's say, oh, I need to actually hold on. So this right here is $32.94, okay? Now let's say someone makes this purchase, right? You do nothing. This company will go and physically make this product and then ship it out to you or to the customer, and you get 20% profit. And all you had to do is make the design and upload it. Now, I'll tell you this. It is a little bit difficult, okay? I am not gonna lie. So how you gotta do things is, this part sometimes takes a couple seconds. Boom, see? So, you know, all you gotta do when you're uploading stuff, you know, it's super easy. And then you just you have to enable the things you want to, you know, put things on, you know. You just go into here. And you can put where you can adjust it where you want it. Like I might end up putting this one up a little bit more, but you can put. This is just what it would look like, right? You know, if it was this color, whatever, right? And this is what it would be like if it was on the back. You know, and customers can adjust this. They can do this themselves. This is just like for your looks. You can adjust on how like the size of it. You know, you can even this out vertically, horizontally. You know. But it all matters about the size of the image. So that when it comes to the work you gotta do, is you have to resize every single image to fit that specific item when you're putting it on all these. So that's the harsh part, right? It takes time. It probably took me 30 minutes to resize all these and put this together. But boom, I just submit it and it's done. So if I want to go further into it from there, you know, like I just got upload more. At this point, it's passive income that you're making on the side. It just goes straight to your bank account. Okay. This is what I wanted to show you all though. When I'm checking to make sure this is on there. Okay. So when I'm talking about like my GoPro footage, man, like all this GoPro footage. See these red bags right here, my insulated bags. That's how I'm doing things, right? So I have my tab meter on. I'm not gonna do volume here, but like this is a very windy day, right? This is after getting a Walmart order where everything was brought out to me, right? I helped them unload and I put everything in these bags. Like I don't mess around. That's this top cooler bag I use for eggs. Okay, I do this stuff very professionally. I really do care. This is my large cooler bag, okay? Now, this bag is this bag right here. Okay, I'm checking to really make sure that, yeah, you can see it in the camera here. This is this cooler bag right here. Okay. Like I said, when I do this stuff very professionally, right? I have always ice packs, whatnot. I'm always double tying the bags, making sure that everything isn't gonna fall, nothing's gonna fall out, whatever. People can look. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in the car. I have that battery starter thing because my alternator's going out, so I gotta keep it. I gotta jump start my car all the time. But yeah, I'm always doing this. Okay, so like I can't remember like where things are. It's gonna be in this video when I click on it here. But See, the wind was knocking my bags off. So like that bag right here, boom, this bag, right? And you see like that this lady, she actually had forgot that to scan something, so she was coming back to scan. But these bags right here, man, my little cooler bags, right? And I guess I put 2 ice packs in it, and I put one up in here as well. And I usually put like the milk and all that kind of stuff, and that's usually what goes in these bags. I'm just gonna pick this up real quick. But super easy, man. A lot of people appreciate it, right? So like, I'm gonna go to this shopping order, okay? Don't know much about this one, but you know, this was me doing a shopping order. This is what I'm talking about. You can bring the bags in the store and bag as you go. You do not have to. I think this is actually me being done with it. Yeah, this was actually me being done with the order. I'll try to. I don't know if the other one's right here or not. Like I said, I'm always taking screenshots. Okay, this must have been. I don't know. So I wonder if maybe this other one, yeah, like a different thing for, or maybe it's this one. I don't know. Yeah, it looks like it's gonna be this part. Like me actually going in and shopping this order, right? Yeah, you know. So I'm just in there. I capture everything, okay? Yeah, always checking the dates. But you see, I got all my bags right here, all ready to go. You know, you can do this. There's nothing wrong with it. They bag as they go, and they're picking the orders, right? But you always check the dates of the grocery items, okay? Check all the dates of everything. You know, make sure that, you know, nothing's ripped, torn, expired, looking bad. Boom. You scan it, and yeah, you just put it right in the bag. It's super easy, I'm telling you. Like, it's not as hard as people make it seem to be. You know, a lot of people were telling me the other day they don't want people doing this kind of stuff for them. And if it's not us, it's Walmart employees. We don't get these often. The only time we get shopping orders is actually like if like the store is busy for like that hour, you know, and they don't have enough employees to shop it. It goes to shopping. Downfall is once it does, it'll be like that until the end of the day. So if that order never gets done, it's gonna just be a shopping order, you know, like unless it's canceled and reset for the next day, it might be a pick, you know, for them. But yeah, it's super easy to do. The downfall is like depending on how big your Walmart is, depending on how many employees are in there. Like my Walmart, it's like a smaller one, right? So like you can only do there's only 20 orders that can go out per hour. So if there's 1 hour, there's 19 pickup orders. There can only be one delivery for that hour. So not only it sucks because, you know, no one else can schedule a delivery. At the same time, if we want to try to get orders, you know, we only have to wait for the next hour, you know, then we're competing with other drivers. So it does become very harsh at that point. The other thing to note is, you know, this is, once I get all the non-cold items done, that's when I put everything in the bag like this. So it benefits, like I said, it makes it easy. With the bread, I usually will put in a different kind of bag, like my dasher bag, whatever. But I was able to put it in here without nothing happening, so we were good. But yeah, it's super simple. Even on like DoorDash orders with these kind of things, I always bring my bags into the store. But like I said, guys, like I mean, I can go through this, man. I got a screen, I have videos, everything, man. From just document everything, dude. Like, terabytes of footage. I'm not joking. Like, I do it all, and it benefits. I'm telling you, it benefits. So if you're really thinking about getting into this kind of stuff, I mean, consider listening to some of my advice. Because like I said, it's not hard work, no, but at the same time, it's, you know, not bad. You know what I mean? To go over a few other things, you know, side hustles, not necessarily passive income, okay, but an actual side hustle. Well, Yeah, we'll go over more passive income in just a little bit. Let me get a drink here. Oh, that was a good one. Excuse me. Now, just a good timing here, right? It's I've been live for an hour, 40 minutes here. Yeah, I said this goes for 3 hours, right? So we're gonna turn the TV on. Oh, let me go full screen. And boom, look, see? It's still going. It's wave 22. I'm not doing anything. You know what I mean? Like, boom, it'll be over in like an hour. And boom, you get all these perks, all this stuff. Not having to do anything. Perks, man. The perks, passive, man, passive. Why put all those work in, right? Why keep taking all this time to do something when you don't have to? You know what I mean? Like, you just don't have to. I'm actually gonna go full screen here for this next part, okay? Because now I'm gonna get into more advanced ways, okay? Have you ever, you know, been on, Macari, which, I'm going to pull my Macari up real quick. So I can actually show it to you now, and you guys will actually, maybe believe me more. While I'm doing that, I'm putting some more chew in here. Give me some spare time. Okay. So, I'm going to go back to this. So, you ever seen someone list something on Macari, Facebook Marketplace, whatever, for like a lot higher than what you can buy the item for? Well, this is called flipping, okay? And you can do this very easily, okay? So, for me, I did this a lot with like Squishmallows and just a bunch of different things, okay? As you see, now, my revenue was 367. So it was kind of like iffy for me, because they kept telling me that I was at my cap. I needed to, I was having things where I was what do you call it, getting past the threshold of being able to do my 1099 for taxes, whatever. But like I said, there is certain things that you can put on here for selling them higher. So, like, example, like these right here, all four of these were all ones that I got at Five Below for $6, right? Then you can sell them for like double on here, okay? Trying to find. I'm gonna try if I can find ones I actually sold. I don't know if it's gonna have things on here that you sold. I know how to find it on my phone, but it's maybe here and then. See, that's what I was talking about with the W9. Let me see if we go sales report. I don't know. I don't know how to like find the like. Yeah, I got it. I don't care. Yeah, for some reason it's not showing me. Oh, okay. It shows the last 23 hours. That's why it shows that. Okay. See, it shows 2 orders in progress. I had sold items, but I wasn't going to do them because I would have had to do taxes. I Aha, there we go. So which ones that are in progress? Ah, okay. Oh, these are 5 days ago. But I'm sure they probably have sold many times, but nothing ever happened, But like I said, I wasn't doing anything because I wasn't trying to do taxes, but completed, right? Some of these I just was just trying to, get rid of things because I was tired of holding on to it. So I put them at low prices, but I mean, this one I got freaking Cracker Barrel for like $5. It was a little bit of a defect. That's how I went for that. This Bart, I got for $20 and sold it for 40. Let's see. I'm trying to find those shoes I sold for 40. I got them for $2 at Goodwill. This right here, I got for $2 at Goodwill. Sold for $12. This was in a gift bag, right, for $4. I had like 8 things in it. Sold this alone for $6. These right here, I was talking about from Five Below, I sold as a bundle for 20. This one, both these were in the same thing. I got at Kroger. They were $8 each. Sold for this, and I sold them both as a combo for 32. So I mean, it does. You can actually profit and make quite a bit of money flipping stuff like that online. Now you become a bad person. Everyone hates you for it. But if you want to make some good money quick, man, that's a good way to do it. You gotta spend money to use it. Now me, if I what the fuck is taking so fucking long? Ah, finally. So see, that's right here. $60, $80, 45. Like these are actually selling for a lot of money. Like I'm just saying. Like you can make quite a bit of money by doing this. I hate when that happens. Now I guarantee at the beginning part they sold for a lot. I mean these two together sold for $94. This right here alone, $155. Now some of these probably came from like the actual exclusive ones that they had, and not just like Walmart ones. This one 170, 159. Man. Yeah. You can make quite a bit of money. But in the past few minutes, my stream has reconnected and disconnected. Yeah, and it's dropping frames again. Yeah, it keeps doing that. Like I said, I think it's my internet, but it could be because I had those browsers open. I don't know, but we'll kind of see. But when I'm talking about things with GoPro, I mean with the Squishmallows, guys, this trash bag here is full of Squishmallows I have to sell. Like, you really can profit. Another thing is like Beanie Babies, dude. I'll go to Goodwill. You look in like a little stuffed animal area, look in the little mixed bags that they have of them, and you'll buy a Beanie Baby in there, dude. Like, they'll be like $1.99, $2, $3, whatever, and then you're having multiple things in there. You're gonna at least have one good thing. Then you go and you can sell that for $5, $6, right? Boom, you're making profit. Sometimes it's a little bits amounts. The downfall is with Macari, there's a percentage fee, so that's the downfall. But I never pay for shipping, you know. Now there for a while I was a squish hunter. I used to actually go around and I would be hardcore with it. That's all I was doing. And then I would go to a store, I would post out, hey, these are here, you know. Then I'd be like $5 each person. They send me the money on Cash App. I buy it, and then I ship it to them, you know. They pay for shipping, but I'm also making $5 for doing it. Again, you become a bad person, no one likes you, you become known as a shelf clearer, but again, you don't care about others. Like you do, but you don't, right? You gotta look out for yourself. In this kind of world that we live in, that's what you gotta do, right? But let's talk about some other passive income things you can do. 2 easy ones that I can tell you right now. Okay, so for example, storage units. Okay, you have even in your own house, right? And it keeps dropping frames here. I don't know why. Anyway, but let's say like you have a bunch of space in your own house. You have an extra room, but you have a storage unit. You can. There's even an app for. I think it's called like Next Door Neighbor or something like that. I don't remember. There's an app, but you can just do it without using an app. Let's say you know someone you're in town, right? Pay you like $10 a month or $20 a month to keep something in your storage unit or in your house, or little things like that, right? It's out of Christmas has got over. No one wants to keep a box that has a Christmas tree in their house, right? They might not have a storage unit. Boom. You get a box for them, or they bring you the box, the Christmas tree, put their name on it. Boom, you can put in your storage unit, charge them like $20 a month, and you can do this for multiple people. And it could be anything. It doesn't have to be a Christmas tree. You got like one of them outdoor, really large ones. You can have people store their motorcycles or cars. Random things, right? But boom. I have a large climate controlled inside storage unit. Mine, I pay $188 a month for my storage unit, okay? Now, I also had another storage unit before that wasn't the outside one, which is the largest that was at that location. It was $75. So, now my father-in-law is taking over that storage unit. I have a few things in there, right? But it's still in my name. So, he gives me the money every single time to pay for that storage unit, right? But, I can get like $5 out of it for him because he doesn't have to pay a deposit, doesn't have to do all that. Boom, he gets that storage unit. For my storage unit, I can, get, but I got a lot more room in there where I could do that, where people can pay me so much. So let's say I have 5 people paying me $20 a month, right? I'm paying $180 for the storage unit, okay? I'm now making like $100 just from other people keeping small, things in there. And now that's extra money that I'm making that's paying for my storage unit that I don't have to use to pay other things. Right? Well, it's more money that I have to pay for the stuff. So that's one way. I mean, there's a lot of trust that goes into something for it to happen, where it be stolen, this and that. You gotta run into that kind of issue, and then of course damage, which you pay insurance. I have renter's insurance plus the extra insurance there. Now the other thing is. Now this is kind of secretive, right? I don't suggest doing this unless you have a VPN on your computer. If you do have a VPN, right? Download like some, I'm gonna add something here real quick. This is another suggestion that I want to tell people, right? Like I'm not trying to be greedy, by any means, right? But you gotta promote yourself somehow, right? And if people don't know, info for you, why not? Put yourself out there, right? So I put my Cash App. Boom. Never know, right? It's how you can make money, right? You put it out there. So, if you have a VPN, you just download a bunch of movie torrents or TV shows, whatever, music. Create a Plex server. You can pay. I think it's like $12 a month. I don't remember, but it's like $12 a month, and you can have each person give you $20 that has full access to something, right? And you can have 300 different people on your same server watching everything at the same time, and it won't kick them off, right? You can then, but you guys said you have to be careful with this because, you're talking, A, you gotta have a lot of trust to be able to do this, but B, it's one of those really risky last resort type things, but boom, you can be making $20 per person that pays for your server, and you're having this, you can be making so much money. Now, I understand the fact that there's the copyright stuff, the people that, the actors, the producers. So that's why I said, that if you really want to, be greedy in life, it's an option for you. It's out there, but it's just like I said, it's a last resort option. There's I've seen videos you can get a lawnmower, mow people's yards, shovel, this and that. A great time for it, I live in an apartment complex, when we just got a big winter storm, I had to shovel a bunch of snow. I thought about it, but at the same time, I took the time off. I was tired. I needed a break. I with my schedule, I work 7 a.m. to 10 at night almost every single day. I think last year I took maybe 15 days off the entire year. That does not count Thanksgiving and Christmas. But I took 15 total days off. Worked every single day. And yeah. Now getting into pay. With Walmart Spark, back when we didn't have as many drivers, I was making an average of 600, 700, 800 a week. Now, my highest I made in 1 week that I got a paycheck for was $915 and some change. Now, there was also $77 in tips that were actually it might have been more than that. I would have been $3 shy of 100 if all those tips would have been improved that day. So I think it was maybe $80 in tips because that would have put me at $3. But yeah, I had $80 in tips that were supposed to be approved, that got for the next day. But $915 in 1 week. Now, that's a lot of miles driving. That was a lot of work. I did a lot. But that same week, I also made $200 on DoorDash. I made $60 on Instacart. And here's the kicker of everything. A lot of people are probably wondering why the name of this channel is the GoPro Guy. Yeah, I wear the GoPro. A lot of people call me that. That's just what I'm known as. I'm known as the GoPro Guy. Some people even call me the Bag Man because I use the bags for everything. I even bring them into the store with me, as you've seen in my video. But I started my own delivery business to save people money, which makes me more money. Okay, that's the biggest side hustle. Start your own delivery business. Yeah, it started out, I told a little bit of people about it, It started out when it came fair time. Where I live, we have these things called Legion Burgers, okay? They're a lot like White Castle, but 10 times better. And you can only get them during the fair week. So, I threw a thing out, made a flyer, and was doing fair food delivery. I bought a pass for $15. I could get in for free every time. And I was doing $8 per delivery. Now, I didn't expect to be getting a bunch of bar mileage deliveries, and I told people if they wanted to tip, they could, But at that point, I'm also making good money, so the tipping is optional. So, I did this and got busy. I didn't expect to be so busy with it. I was doing it a lot. I even went like do like a tornado at the fairgrounds, picking up orders, and got a concussion because of one of the stands. Long story, I'm not gonna get into it. But anyway, yeah. So it was a great week. I'm looking forward to this year. A lot of people told me they've been waiting for someone to do this. There was people that was, asking me if I could drive, 15, 20 miles to them. Like, yeah, as long as the money's right, So, like, there was some of them I was driving 12 miles to, so I raised it. There, I just raised it to $10. Because, a lot of it's going to be cash. When you buy, at least with the fairgrounds, it was all cash. So, I was trying to keep all the cash I could. I even have cash saved up just to use for it for this year. And if people had the cash on them, they gave it to me when I got there. I don't have to claim it on taxes, right? With Cash App, there's a way around it. I've been told that no matter what, as long as you don't use it as a business account, you don't have to claim it on taxes. So we're going to roll with it, see where things go. But there's certain things you can type in it as well. For my groceries or emojis, and you don't got to claim it on taxes. But we'll see. If I do, I'm screwed because people will send me they'll send me like $200-$300 to pay a grocery order, and then I'm only getting like $5, or $10, whatever it may be. But it's a good way to do it. Put yourself out there. People can trust you, and you grow customer base quick. In my town, I have taken like 3/4 of the DoorDash business away from, well, I guess you could say other drivers, but just from DoorDash platform in general, because everyone goes through me to do their orders, because, like I said, it saves them money. Why spend like $15 to $20 to order DoorDash when you can pay like $6 to $8 for me to do it? You're saving that money. You don't have to worry about a tip. You're going to get it in a hot and cold bag. You're going to get it professionally done, and it's someone that is very trusting now. So, like I said, it's something that you can do. It's smart. It's a smart idea. Throw yourself out there. It's not that hard to get going. You just kind of post on Facebook saying, hey, I can do this. And the perks is I can go anywhere. Places that don't offer delivery, boom. Ice cream shops, There's one where I live. They don't have delivery. But people can go to me, and I can go to this place, get that. Around here, at least, Starbucks doesn't do DoorDash. But people will go through me. I go get them Starbucks, bring it to them. I can pick up medications. I'll take certain people to places. I'm a busy person, like I said. I'm very successful with it though. Like last week, my paycheck for Walmart was $703. Where this week it was only like $242. I didn't really do a whole lot. Kind of a lazy week basically. But I also made like $300 on DoorDash for the week too. So that kind of saved me, But like I said, there's all these ways you can actually make money. It's just not a lot of people are just lazy. They don't want to learn. Me, there'd be at first when I was trying to learn things, when I'd be sitting waiting for a delivery, I'd be watching YouTube videos. I'd be watching all this stuff, watching other people. Like when they tell you to do it, dude, I'm telling you, it works. Like it really does. It worked out for me great. Watching all these different YouTubers, other videos, other methods, other ways, other apps, sites, everything on how to be making money. And you learn as you go, what's going to make you the most. Sometimes it's just trial and error, especially like, I did that return order for Walmart. I learned real quick not to do that, But, like I said, I started my own delivery business, The stickers that I made for the other apps, like, they got my phone number in it because I'm trying to pull people from there easily. With DoorDash, it's kind of a different story, If I can On a good day, if let's say there's a $4 peak or whatever, and let's say the customer's tipping $5, and I could be making $12, $15 on DoorDash to do something, but I'd be only making $8. Yeah, I'm gonna do that on DoorDash. You know what I mean? So like, plus you got your top dasher status where if no one hits me up in one day to be doing a delivery for them, I'm able to have DoorDash as that backup. Where some of the other apps, it's a little more difficult. Now with Walmart, unless the person has like an order that's over $35 where they get the delivery for free, I tell them to do that because I'm actually making more money. But if they don't and they're already having to pay express, they go through me. Then I can they can put it as a pickup. I can go and pick it up for them and deliver it to them, still get paid. But if it's shopping, it just costs. I charge a little bit more as I'm doing the shopping. But I don't go overboard with it, man. Like especially if it's cash, I don't gotta claim it on taxes. So that's the perks about it all. You know what I mean? Another one, which this one isn't for everybody, okay? And a lot of people probably do it already, not even realizing it. Tattooing. I am a tattoo artist, okay? I'm a home tattoo artist, and I don't do it often. Matter of fact, I hadn't tattooed in over a year. Now, I've done quite a bit of tattoos. I've had several people tell me that I should get into doing tattoos like full time, try to get into a shop. People would say they would pay my way to be an apprentice, do this and that, go from there, get my license. It's just not what I'm going to do full time in my life. It's just not me. I don't want to do it. I mean, I done this tattoo on my wrist right here. I know it's kind of hard to see. I've done 3 on my legs. But it's just not what I want to do as a full-time thing. I just do it like on the side. The other day I did 3 different tattoos. One was like a matching tattoo for my brother and his wife. And then I did another one on my other sister-in-law, which was her very first tattoo. Now, the reason you pay so much like an actual tattoo shop, right, is A, they're going to be better, right? They're licensed. But at the same time, they got their own home, but they're paying, rent or mortgage, whatever on, right? Where they also are paying this, like, booth rent and paying for that location, right? Property taxes, their electric, water, all that kind of stuff, right? Plus all their equipment. And so, yeah, you're going to be paying right. You do a home tattoo artist, right? Even if you're good, right? You can be making pretty good money, right? So, for example, my koi fish tattoo. I'm gonna stand up for this one. My koi fish tattoo. If I would have done this on somebody, I probably would have charged $50. Because, you got the needles you're using, the tube, ink cups, the ink itself, So, for me, this is how I do it. Like ink cups, right? I got like a huge bag of them for like, I think it was like $25, right? The package of needles, $20. Package of tubes, $20. So right there, you're already looking at $70. With shipping, whatever. So if you're charging $50 for this to tattoo, right? You're already getting like almost all that money back. And you can keep doing that multiple times. Let's say you do $50 each tattoo. You're profiting a huge amount of money very, 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 very quick. Okay? At the same time, when you don't charge an arm and a leg per tattoo, you're going to get more customers. More people are going to come to you, especially as a home tattoo artist, which can lead into a full-time thing. There's a guy that I know. I even met this dude in person. I was going to a vape shop. I think I was getting more juice or something that day, right? This dude was standing outside. The person was like on lunch break. So they were closing moments. I was standing outside talking to this dude. We were talking about our tattoos. And I'm friends with this dude on Facebook. I bought a pen off of him, like one of the tattoo pens. And then, he's been doing great. He does tattoos in his own home. And he's making anywhere from... But he does full time, right? From like morning, kind of like how I do with the deliveries. He's making $800, $1,200 a day doing tattoos. So, I mean, I could make that, but I don't want to be doing tattoos all day. I'm sorry, it's just not for me. This right here is a design that I created. This was a tattoo that I did on my brother and his wife. We took this wolf that we found on Google, right? And then took these tribal pieces and I customly added these into it, and then boom, tattooed. Now, right here, I don't know how well you can see it right here. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. I put all my initials right here. So that way it trademarks it to me. Now, anybody could, like, you know, screenshot this or whatever and just erase this, you know, and then kind of go into it from there. But this right here at least trademarks it as it's mine, so no one can actually copyright this. The plus side about this is, at this point, since it's a custom tattoo, I can now upload that to Redbubble like on a t-shirt, and that's something I would buy. You know what I mean? Like, that like, looks badass. I'd wear that on a t-shirt. So that's like the plus side to it. Like I said, especially if you're like a Twitch streamer, right? Excuse me. Especially if you're a Twitch streamer, right? Where you, even if you create your own emotes or whatever, then you can put these on merch like this, right? It doesn't take long. And at the same time, even people like on Fiverr that create these things, they could be doing the same thing, you know? Like, it really pans out. You can make so much freaking money, and it's all passive, especially with Redbubble. Excuse me. You make a pretty good amount of money. Now, if you're really good at artsy stuff, you can be on Fiverr. You can be creating, you know, emotes for streamers. Everyone's always looking for that. You know, you could be creating a lot of things, dude. Like, you'd be surprised. Take your talents. You know, you got America's Got Talent, right? And the stuff that I do, I got no kind of talent that to be on America's Got Talent. But my talent, I'm going to be guaranteed to be making more money every single day, instead of taking a few days, months, or whatever to go onto a TV show to might not even make any money at all. You might get your, you know, out there, you know, where in the future it might pan out for you. But at the same time, I'm trying to actually make a career out of this. Now, when it comes to like weekly pay, dude, there's been times I've made $3,000 in a week. It all depends on how lucky you are, where you work, hours you put in, and that's the plus side about multi-apping, right? So almost every single app, they're gonna go with the like state laws, right? So like with semi drivers, you know, they can only drive like 12 hours, and then they have to rest for so long before they can drive again, right? Because you're at risk after 12 hours. So it's the same thing. You know, DoorDash would say you're driving 12 hours, and it kicks you off, right? So you're multi-apping. You know, you're doing orders on another app, and you get back on. It doesn't do that whole 12 hours, and if you get signed off another one, boom, you have another one to fall onto. So beneficial, especially with some of the shopping ones, because you're not driving for 12 hours. Now you're shopping, you know, but they don't count into that. So that's just an example. It's another way to get around it, where you can keep going, keep working, keep grinding, keep making money. Now, where I live, I won't be making no $3,000 a week. I won't average about $1,000 to $1,200 a week where I live. If I'm around here working, if I go to a busy area like my hotspot zone, I can make almost $1,000 in a day. The last time I went up there, I made like $650 in like 6 hours. I got lucky with some good orders, you know, but I was able to do Shipped, which is a better paying one. You get customers that give you really good tips. So, you know, from a customer standpoint, they're like, oh, I shouldn't have to pay this much money to do this. No, you don't have to. Like, I wasn't expecting no $58 tip that day I did that one order, you know. That was just what that customer thought that I deserved, you know. It's all about the work you put in, right? And now, not all the time, no one's going to have it, you know. You might have a family that can't afford it, this and that, and it's understandable. But that's the best part about being able to decline it, and so many people doing this, is eventually someone's gonna do it. Now, like I said, DoorDash. If anybody from DoorDash is watching this, what you need to do is freaking remove all your fees, and that's what you need to do. You'll be getting a lot more people ordering DoorDash. You'll be making even more money if you didn't have as many fees. I mean, yeah, I'd like to be able to make more than $2.25 an hour delivery. Don't get me wrong, because of what I do. But I mean, if you took away all your fees, we'd be making more money as a driver, and there wouldn't be as much to complain about. I'm just saying. That right there is a huge impact right there. That right there is what sucks when that happens. The other thing I wanted to talk about though was what was it? It was mainly about DoorDash, but basically it's the same thing, you know. No matter what, when it comes to this kind of stuff, like especially with DoorDash, we don't see a customer's name, you know, so we're not gonna know who you are unless we get familiar, like, with the area. Like, I have a buddy that order a lot. I know it's him every time, just because I know, like, not who people order delivery that live on his road, so I'll know the route. And plus, like, the furthest distance away, like if it's a Walmart, it's about 6.14 miles from Walmart to his house. So, like, I always know when it's anybody. Of course, you see the name on there. But with DoorDash, man, it's like, for him, I know it every time. But, like, anyone else, like, you're not going to know who you're delivering to until after you accept the order. You know, and you see a first name and the first initial, the last, and that's it. Which is understandable, you know, privacy, you know. But that's just part of it. You know, I had an order one time that it was one of the only orders I actually accepted and dropped that I meant to do. Okay, it was a Dollar General order that came to me for $2.25. No tip at all. I delivered to these people many times after I accepted I knew who it was. And legit, it was like 76 items. And I accepted it just so I could see what it was. I pulled the list, dude, I kid you, it was a whole bunch of different kinds of candy and drinks. It was a shit ton of stuff. That would have taken me like an hour to do. And then drive 5 miles to their house for $2.25. Yeah. One of the only orders I dropped. The only other times I've had to drop orders is because of car trouble or this and that, which has only been like twice. But other than that, like I said, I don't try to be a dick. Okay? I try to be a nice person. If someone screws me over, someone does anything to me, you know, that's going to impact me in any way, you know, I go back. But the easiest, simplest way I can say this is if you don't put a tip on your order, especially with DoorDash, okay, and you don't bait tip, I will do your order. If you do not tip or you bait tip, with Walmart it is different. Like I said, the pay is better. But if you do not tip, I will not accept your order. I just won't do it. And I understand it does cost a lot. Like I said, that's why I started my own delivery business. And I have had very wide success on it too. Especially on the days like where it's not busy with Walmart. You can't schedule yourself to get on DoorDash because you're not a top dasher. It's not busy. Right? Having your own delivery business where you can put a post on Facebook saying, hey, I'm available for this and that. You know, if I go to the one area that I work at, that I make really good money up there, so it's a wealthier area, and I'm going to be even more busy, I can have more options, I'm up that way. I put a post on Facebook, and I tell everybody, hey, like, I'm up here, you know, I'm coming back at this and this time. If you need something up this way to save you from driving up here, let me know. I can pick it up while I'm up here and bring it to you. You know how many times people have taken advantage of that and done that? Dude, I'm not joking, man. It's 45 minutes away, right? I've been able to get things from Harbor Freight, Roll King, Menards, Meyer. I've gotten food at Steak and Shake, Red Lobster, like places that we don't have around here. And then people don't have to travel up there. Now the food's it's a little bit different, you know, like, yeah, especially with fries, they're probably gonna be a little soggy, but it's in a hot bag. They're still gonna be warm and hot when they get there. I've tested it. I've even gotten pizzas and put in my pizza bags, and waited like an hour or two, and it was still hot. Like, I ain't joking. Okay. Now, by the way, for pizza bags, anytime you get a pizza delivery, when you get there, ask them if they have pizza bag, because they can give them to you for free. DoorDash sends these pizza bags to pizza restaurants for you to be able to get, and for free. I'm just telling you right now. Okay, you do not have to buy one. Okay, don't buy one. I have 15 in my car, and I give them away to people when I see them that need them, you know. But like I'm telling you, you don't have to buy them. You get them for free. Just ask for them. Not all the time, but some people available. Sometimes you're gonna have the shittier ones that don't give a shit about you, and they're gonna say no. But just saying. And for the DoorDash, you know, orders, you go to a restaurant and you ask them for a drink carrier, and they tell you no, that you need to provide your own, this and that. Well, you need to tell them to know their role and shut their mouth. Because, yeah, you can buy one, you know, and, you know, but then you have to buy it, you know, like, why buy something when you can get it for free? I'm going to get a drink carrier at a store. I make it known. And especially when you have a GoPro on and they're being documented, trust me, they will give you a drink carrier. Because they don't want to wind up on YouTube and look like a fool. Just saying. And it really does have a huge impact when it comes to that as well. I ain't joking. Let's see, the other thing we talked, and now you can also claim quite a bit on taxes. Yeah, I keep every single I keep every single receipt for gas. But I've been told you don't claim the amount of money you spend on gas, you do the mileage. You know, you get the amount of mileage you had before you started, you know, to when you're done. Now, you gotta think about one thing is, you know, any kind of driving you do outside of having, of the deliveries, you know, like working with it, it's really hard to maneuver with all that, but you still can. You know, I have a miles app on my phone that actually keeps track of all of that. It tells you from where you were. It actually gives you the addresses of where you were to when you got there. You know, all that. So you know if it's a DoorDash order or whatever, or if it's a casual trip, you know. Me, like I said, I'm doing shift, right? And I'm going to drive 45 minutes to go there. So that 45 minutes there and that 45 minutes back, I mean, you can't claim it on taxes, right? Because you're commuting there to work. But with Shipped, if you, and then your driver Mike, if you ever watch this is a good one for you. I remember I watched your video about taxes, and you were talking to her about it. Is I will schedule myself for later on in the day with Shipped, and at that point, it'll give you orders that are ahead of time, like a couple hours ahead of time, right? These are ones you don't really gotta be worried about late or whatever. But if you start your trip to that location 45 minutes away to go that you're driving up there to do that order, at that point you can claim that on taxes because you're driving that distance to actually physically do that order, and then you're already up there at that point. So then it saves you. Instead of driving up there, because you're already going there anyway, right? But now you can actually claim that commute on taxes because you're driving up there to do an order at that point. So it's something to think about, because let me tell you something. The way the government works, man, you manipulate it. You take advantage of what you can do. It's just like how these apps are, right? You are able to take advantage of a decline button. You're able to take advantage of only taking orders that's going to benefit you, right? So, That's all it is. But you got to look out for yourself. I'm not gonna let anyone walk over me. I have been a very successful past year doing this as a full-time job, not working an actual W-2 job. That I'm not working a 9 to 5, nothing. Then strictly this. I have more freedom than I have ever had in my life. I get to do what I want when I want, and I take full advantage of it. And I'm telling you something. People will say, "Oh, I wish I could do that." You're lucky. I gotta do this. Well, everybody can do it. I mean, look at what the world's turning into, man. Around where I live, man, half the time lobbies aren't open at restaurants because there's not enough employees. Because everybody has quit to go do DoorDash or whatever. It's part of it. I've been told my Walmart, by the year 2025, they're going to be to online only doing pickup and deliveries where no customers go into the store. You might not like that. I agree. You might not like that. But that's just how it's going to be. I mean, that's going to eventually be every single store. You got restaurants that are being run by robots. What's the point? I mean, think about it. Look at all the Black Friday deals that was going on, all online. It saved all the messes in stores, no one going crazy. So think about it. Isn't that like a hint, like a heads up, like, hey, we're doing this, I mean, I hate to say it. I've always said that, COVID-19 was planned. Think about it. Shortly before COVID-19 happened, they were talking about how the whole world is being overpopulated. And, we had too many people here. There wasn't enough food. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, something happens where a lot of people are dying fast. Big numbers, right? We're not so overpopulated now, correct? During COVID-19, a lot of places were closed where it was like delivery or pickup, right? And then shortly, a few years after the huge outbreak is over, which is still going on, but it's not as bad, stores and restaurants are all moving to pickup and delivery only. So, maybe my conspiracy theory, I mean, it's already been pretty much proven that COVID was planned, but now it kind of makes it more believable when I say this kind of stuff, okay? A lot of people don't really believe half the stuff I say. I started at the very beginning of the video, but my GoPro footage will actually kind of back me up on a lot of things. And being who I am, I got a lot of insider things, I find out things very easily. You get buddies with people, staff, managers, this and that. You can find out things very easily. All you gotta do is be nice, just talk to them normally, and you can find stuff out, dude. People don't believe me, but when it happens, they'll wish they would have listened to me and not gave me shit. Can't do nothing about it, right? But that's just how it is. But like I said, there's just the things that I know. I'm gonna try to be posting videos on here. It's just tough because I work a very busy schedule. For right now, it is 3:40 a.m. I'm going to be out at 6 a.m. I'm going to my Walmart, trying to see if these Squishmallows are there. Boom, make a profit, and then be out delivering. I'll probably deliver until tonight. I'll probably go to 6 p.m. Then come home, go to bed. Boom, done. Very easy day, and knock out. I could probably. There's actually $2 peaks on DoorDash all day. I was able to schedule myself, so I could probably end up making about $300-400 a day if I'm lucky. At the same time, it's gotta be busy. Where I live, it's not as busy. It's a smaller town, and not as many people are gonna be able to tip high just because they don't make as much money around here. But like I said, I'll try to be going live some short times. I don't really expect this channel to grow. I'm going to say that now. It's just trying to reach out to people, customers, and drivers on how you can make passive income, how to be successful doing this kind of stuff and not just putting money back in the gas. Okay? And then 3, as a customer, learn how these apps work on actually how much we get paid, right? So that way, like Instacart and Shipped, like the base pay is like anywhere from like $6 to like $10, depending on the order or whatnot. So like we don't really make as much as you think we do, because it might seem like a lot right there, but especially when we're doing that dollar to mile ratio, like you're trying to do it as a job, we have to get tips. Like it's a demand. We as a driver, as an independent contractor, we have to make it as a demand to get tips when using these apps. Because I've declined 17 orders in a row on DoorDash because of no tippers. Yeah, or it'd be like 16 miles for $4. No, sorry, not happening. Now the downfall of DoorDash is they do high tips a lot. I will admit, bet there's been times, I've taken orders that were, $4 for 3 miles, and then all of a sudden there was a $15 tip. It happens. But I'm just saying, at that point, you have to cherry pick. To be successful, you have to cherry pick. If you want to be nice and just take every single order that comes your way and help you get lucky, or just saying, oh, I'm doing this for somebody, be that person. I'm not gonna be that person, because I'm not making any money. My own parents even told me, I don't see how people can do that. It doesn't make enough money. You're using your own car. Why if you get a flat tire? What this? Well, yeah, that's why you don't take those orders. you only take orders that are gonna benefit you. Now, if everybody that does this kind of stuff would do this, if every single person out there would not take no tip orders, it would force people to start tipping, or it would force the apps to start paying better. I'm just saying. Now, I'm going to use one little story here as an example, and this is probably going to be the last of it. I did a delivery one time. Okay, well, I was out DoorDashing, right? And back to back, I got 2 different DoorDash orders that were no tips. I declined both of them. Okay? Now, when I say that orders are ready before they come to us, they really are. Okay? About 30 minutes goes by, I get another DoorDash order from McDonald's that had really decent pay on it for the mileage. So, I took it. I go inside to get it, and I see 2 DoorDash bags sitting on the counter. Now, these orders don't sit on a warmer, waiting for a driver to pick up. They sit on a counter, okay? Especially with McDonald's, they put the drink in there, So, when you get cold food, that's usually why. Because it's actually sat on the counter for so long, It has nothing really to do if a person has a hot bag or not. Just saying, and a lot of it... Oh, shit. 90% of the time, if it's either someone who just started, who doesn't have a hot bag yet, or someone who just doesn't care and doesn't use it. Okay? But most of the time, even if they have one, if you don't tip, they're not going to put it in a hot bag, because they're not guaranteed to make that. Like I said, I did 1,100 deliveries plus last year, and I only got a cash tip 12 times, and all 12 times are people that actually tipped me in the app. So that's just saying something, what was it? Damn it. I was sitting here talking about it. Oh, yeah, sorry, okay, McDonald's. So I take this one order, I go to pick it up, and I asked him, like, hey, man, how long have them orders been sitting there? And he said, like, an hour and a half. Like, holy shit. I said, there's probably the 2 orders I declined that they didn't tip. Like, I dropped that delivery off. I ended up getting another one to go get, and those orders are gone. I asked them if they threw them away. I said, no, they finally got accepted, and someone came and picked them up. Maybe at that point, the DoorDash probably put a boost on the order where they actually, the driver made more at that point. But, yeah. So this person's food sat at McDonald's for over an hour and a half. And then was finally picked up and brought to him. And they probably got cold food and complained about it. But, like I said, no tip, no trip. And that right there is, that's all I could say about it. It's something that, like I said, this is an educational thing. to help out customers? No. Like, yeah, I understand that it costs a lot to order through the apps. That's why I started my own business, because I save people money. I have a buddy that used to order all the time, and he still tells me to this day I save him like $400 a month just going to me to do his orders for him, and I make more money on it. Because when I was on DoorDash, he'd put like a $2 tip. I make $4.25, where now I'm making like $6 to $8. So he does it because he doesn't have to pay that $15-20 to order DoorDash. So I'm making more money at that point. I'm saving him money. Like, I'm just saying, it's a way to do it. It's profitable. I'm telling you, you gotta do it. As a driver, you gotta do that. You gotta understand your value. And like I said, I explained to you so many passive income ways. There's a lots more out there, man. Like, even with shoes, dude. Because, you know, man, I've bought so many shoes from like Goodwill, and even like Rescue Treasures. Like, it's a place that we have here. You know, like $2-3. You come home, you clean them up a little bit. You know, I've sold shoes for like that one pair I showed you earlier. I sold for $40. That I paid. Actually, no. Though, okay, true story on that one. It was a dumpster find. College just got out. They were in the dumpster. Brought them home. We cleaned them all up. Got them all looking good. They were still in great shape. They just had like, you know, a couple of like dirt spots on the sides. That was it. Sold them for $40. Different things that you can do to be making great money. I'm telling you, it all works. I'm successful with it. Like I said, taking yesterday off didn't hurt me at all. I could take the next week off and not be hurt. I'm good on money. But like I said, if you want to do things like how it should, like how an independent contractor being your own boss is, then I'm just telling you, if you're taking every $2.25 order and you're barely making any money on it, you're not being a good boss. Like, a good boss is someone that's going to do what they can to profit. And like, that's what you're gonna do. When you're using your own vehicle, your own gas, you gotta profit. I don't care if you're using a Tesla. You know, I've seen the whole where you can rent a Tesla for so much or whatnot to do it. But you're spending like $500 and you're not guaranteed to even make that $500. At the same time, you are spending that to do it. Now, yes, for granted, my car, we pay on our cars. We have car payments, plus we have the full coverage insurance. You know, so yeah, again, which I can claim on taxes. So, I guess that's a better outcome for people that are paying on a vehicle to do this, because then they get to claim half their car payment and insurance on taxes. Just saying. Anyway, I'm going to end this here. I really hope this was able to help some people out, because I know that I think it's time I share some of my secrets. I'm not giving everything away, because then I lose all my customers and then I quit. I'm not making as much money. But like I said, it's a smart way to go with it, and it's actually how you can become successful. It's not about how much money you can make. You know, you take these big batch orders on Walmart. You know, like if I took that 27.6 miles for $44, like I showed you in that one order, yeah, I would have made, you know, what was it, that $44, but I would have also used like half a tank of gas to make that. Where I took the other order, where I ended up making, you know, the $27. On top of that, I did 2 DoorDash orders and did another Walmart order after that. So I ended up making like $70 in like an hour, where I would have ended up making $44 in like 2 hours and driving much further using more gas. So, like I said, do you want to sit there and take everything you see, or do you want to do mathological knowledge in your head on how much you're actually using, right? You want to be able to make as much without using as much. You don't want to spend $100 to only make 102, right? You know, if you're buying this much to only make this much, you're wasting your time. You got to profit. And you learn the things that are going to be profitable. You learn those high, especially when you're flipping, you know. You don't buy every single Squishmallow you see, right? You profit. You get those ones that you actually are wanting to flip. That's going to be the hot ones, right? Yeah, I have my own collection, so, you know, I get my own, you know. But, again, flipping, I'm telling you, a good way to go on things. You're going to have a great life with it. Just be prepared for heat from everyone else. But like I said, what I do with all these deliveries and stuff, yes, these people are not responsible in paying my bills, right? The money that I make from them, though, is what's responsible. The time I put in, the time what I have to use in gas, right? I am the one responsible paying my own bills, right? So, like me, I'm putting almost roughly $600 in gas a month. Okay? So, if I'm only making $600 a week, I'm only making $1,800 a month. That's, compared to when it comes to bills, that's just pretty rough, right? You pay almost around that in bills, and you have no money for anything else, food, whatever. So you gotta profit, you gotta make it. So I take that, I turn it into almost $1,000 a week. Again, multiple different apps, a lot of different niches, a bunch of work-wise, passive-wise, little work, it's all profitable. Like I said, especially early in the mornings, I get out, I'm going home at 6, right? Even if I can DoorDash right there. Sometimes I might sit for an hour and a half, 2 hours, and finally get one DoorDash order. So boom, let's say for 2 hours I'm doing these survey apps on multiple different phones. I'm now making $30 for sitting there waiting for an order where I can be making $10 at that point. So now I'm making $40, okay? It's all a way to do it. It might not seem like a lot, but it adds up over time. I'm telling you. It really does. If you put the work in, it happens. So, with that said, y'all, I hope this helped. Reach out to me. Leave comments. Give me your opinions, man. People are going to hate it. People are going to be like, hey, that's smart, dude. I'm going to do that. Trust me. You always have mixed reactions. That's a part of being a human. It's a part of, especially being in America. You have a right to freedom, but you also have a right to your own opinion. I'm just telling you mine. I'm telling you from my knowledge, my experience, and how I am successful. If you don't tip, I ain't doing your order, especially with DoorDash. Also depends on what it is, But, like I said, try some of these out. I'm promising you, you won't regret it. Use multiple phones if you have it, for some of these, But also, man, think about it. Try to start up your own little delivery business, man. Yeah, especially if you know people around your town one night, your friends, a bunch of them. Hit them up. I'm telling you. Me, when I was a Twitch streamer, dude, I would have people from Australia, Canada, people from all over, dude. When it came to Squishmallows, especially from my own collection, I could have them go and pick this up for me, buy it for me a retail price. Yeah, you gotta pay so much to ship it, At that point, those become more exclusive type things to sell for even hotter for a lot more money, right? We get ones from Canada, right, that we spend like, $25 on. We get a whole bundle of them, so then the shipping is cheaper. And then I could take that $25 item and now sell it for like $150 because it's from Canada. Just saying. That's how you make money. But I'm going to end this here. I hope I helped at least 5 people. Hopefully. And again, I'm trying to help customers too so you understand how this works. I will try to catch you guys in the next one. Be sure to like, subscribe to the channel. And like I said, I'm going to keep going with this, try to do more. I just don't post my footage because I respect my customers and others. I just show you bits and pieces.